Good afternoon, people. Welcome to Beige and Reds TV. It's your boys, Beige and Reds. Every time we get on the mic, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Fellas, call in show today. This should get interesting. How are the men doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's still early.
Jeez, you. He's still waking up, man. He ain't perky yet
Yeah,
at all. He ain't had
yeah,
a coffee yet at all.
yeah. It's still early for me. Um,
What
so
time is it
We
now?
can
Like
wake you up,
nine?
Chris. Don't
it's,
worry. We can
it's
get you
it's
in.
nine. It's nine.
That's not early, fam. Come on, man.
No, but I had the night shift, so I just got home like 6 in the morning. So
Okay.
Ooh.
You need some.
Ooh.
Some Tim Hortons, man. You need some coffee.
no, I
That's
just
a
finished drinking coffee and stuff. But coffee doesn't
he,
do anything for me anymore. I grew up on coffee, so it's like
he,
doesn't.
he needs an espresso shot, a
How
double.
about Red Bull?
Red Bulls are not good for you, but I don't want to get into the
No.
science of that. So,
Correct,
you know.
correct.
No, they're not. I don't mess with that
They
stuff.
said gives you wings, so I just man. So I just making sure,
That's the
bro.
wrong sort of wings, crab. That's angel wings. You want angel wings already?
I don't
Yeah,
mess
it's
with that
true.
stuff, but yeah, I hear you.
I have never drank a Red Bull. Ever.
Nah, I lie. I had Jaeger
Not
bombs.
me. No.
I've had that
Not me.
before too.
Yeah, so we did have Jaeger bombs.
I
Anyway,
stick to my
yeah.
rum.
It's a good day in the neighborhood, fellas. It's nice outside, you know. The boys chilling.
It's decent. It's decent outside. I wasn't saying nice.
For Canadian weather, it's nice. All right.
It is
Jeez.
true. It is true. Pop's down there in Barbados cooking right now.
Fatten it up, guys. Oh my god. Look at the shine.
You got the fan on you full blast, what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. You can hear it? You can hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
I can turn it off. I can turn it off.
We can
No, 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 don't hear-
we can see
no,
it.
we don't
We
hear
can
it.
see your hair blowing on top of your head. That's right.
I laugh.
Oh my days. Oh.
That's all I love, Pops. That's all I love, brother.
Popsy, make it funny.
I feel you, don't worry, don't
I'm not. I'm just joking. I know it.
Just
Bro,
because
I've
he
never
got the
seen
long,
Pops with hair, so I don't know.
just because he got the long dreads, he ain't got me.
I mean nothing.
Pops,
Listen.
I ain't the same boat as you, brother. I
He
ain't the
might
same
send me,
boat
he
as
might
you.
send me to the barber to get glow on.
One of them wavy ones, huh? Them wavy ones. God,
Oh my days. What a way to start this off. Oh my goodness, this can be fun. People's big up in the chat. Aaron, afternoon to you,
Bless
sir. Glasgow Reds, big up,
Yeah,
guys.
big
Hope
up,
you're all
Glasgow
good.
Reds.
Big up to you, John. Is that version of You Never Walk Alone taken from the Pink Floyd song Fearless? I ain't know. I ain't a Pink Floyd type of guy.
I have no idea.
Big up, Aaron, mate. Hope you're well.
Never heard that
Hey,
reference.
John, mate. Big up, guys. Kingsman, bless up. Brian, bless up.
Big up,
What's
Brian.
up, guys? What's up, Brian? Glasgow Red. Big up, Brian, mate. Hope you're good. Big up, guys. It's like 85 Fahrenheit here in England today.
Don't use Fahrenheit in England, man. Come on. What's the Celsius?
How you get called out? El
Yeah,
Tucho
whatever.
calling you out.
England is in the Celsius in England?
It should be, I would think.
That's what I know.
It's not in the UK at the moment. I care. Big up. I care. Big up. Big up, kid. Hope you're well. Brian, Aaron, Glasgow Red. We got the people in the chat. Redbird here with us. Green
Big up,
Earth,
Redbird.
Summering Universe. Special blessings to Beijing King.
Don't
Big up
know.
to you. Big up to you, Redbird. I'm sure Murray can step in at some point too. Big up, Redbird. You cheated. John's on it already. I forget it's mid-afternoon. You out in them time of the world. So yeah. Big up D. Love
up,
to
D.
you as always. Big up Aaron. 27 at the moment. Woo! That's nice weather. I like that. I like that. I like that. It's 26 here. Yes, but I use Fahrenheit to prove a point of reference. Very-
but that's only for me because my bougie self, we use Fahrenheit over here.
True.
Canada is Celsius first.
Celsius because we English affiliated.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yes, that is right. That is right.
Yeah. So, peoples, we got some little topics to come up and talk about. We start right off. International break. How has the Reds been doing so far in the international break? Any of you guys been keeping tabs on it?
I've only been watching the South American football, so
Bias man. Jesus.
someone has to watch it because you guys aren't watching it.
It is true.
Two should be watching.
I was watching Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch any. I've been busy.
No, Colombia, we won our first game. So right now, currently, is the World Cup qualifiers. Right now, they started already. It's our first one against. We played against Venezuela.
Yeah, the easy one.
Yeah, we got an easy one and stuff. But we were we have a new coach, so we were playing actually very bad in the first half. Second half, we came into life with the right substitutions. Diaz started cooking. He got tackled on, and I was really worried because he stood in the ground for a very long time. But then I remembered when you play in South America, you kind of over exaggerate those tackles and stuff to get the card and stuff. So he was playing his role, I guess, in a way.
You gotta remember, Lucho got chicken legs, bro. So anything that you know what I mean, it's got them skinny legs, fam.
But it was a good game. It was no goal, no assist for Diaz, but he did play his part. The game yesterday, which was Uruguay versus Chile, was pretty good.
I watched the highlights of that.
Bielsa has them cooking. That's their coach now. Bielsa is Uruguay.
Yeah, I heard that.
So he has them cooking, man. It's going to be very scary. I think Uruguay, in regards to their talent, they have a lot of youth talent there. I know right now their new captain is Valverde from Real Madrid. He's their captain now. So yeah, they're doing very well. You can tell Nunes' evolution in regards to the striker role. Yeah. I think when you have someone like Klopp, right, and then you have someone like Bielsa pouring him with knowledge, he's only going to get better, in my opinion. So,
but Bielsa is no defense though; it's all offense, man.
Yeah, but he's a striker. He not only came, but what he can do going forward.
Big offensive coach,
defensive.
Yeah,
that's okay. That can develop his game even better to be more clinical. I agree.
He got 2 assists yesterday, so that's good.
Yeah, I heard.
You know what I mean?
And he missed a couple sitters too.
Yeah, he did.
He's got to really work on that finishing, man. But he's a problem for defenders, man. Like Jesus, he is such a problem.
The other game was Argentina versus Ecuador. McAllister was doing very well, but honestly, for me, we don't have this player, but the one that was running the show was Caicedo, though. He was on one man, he was a one-man army. If it wasn't for, I think, Caicedo, to be honest, Ecuador would be 5-0 down. The kid was he was like a headless chicken running everywhere. I know there's memes out right now about how McAllister kind of shoved them off type thing. There's a meme or a picture floating Twitter right now, but if you see the whole clip, Caicedo kind of schooled them type thing. So, but they won 1-0 as well. So yeah,
Messi goal, right?
Messi goal, yeah. So right now our players, I think they've won all their matches. So that's good though.
So the defending World Cup champs got qualified for the next World Cup as well.
Yeah.
Are they just playing? They do.
Yeah. They you always have to qualify. It's not like the Champions League. You always have to re-qualify.
Yeah, I think unless you're the host nation.
Unless you're host nation, yeah, which is crazy because I know.
Yeah, that's it. I know. Yeah, the host get a free spot.
Yeah, but now next World Cup, you have 3 people having the spot now: Mexico, Canada, and United States go get a free spot.
Yeah, but they've upped the amount of teams.
But isn't it expanded though? Yeah, they expanded it. Yeah.
So it's a chance.
It's going to be 32, right?
No, I thought it was wasn't it 40 something? If I'm correct,
42 teams.
Yeah,
it's 42.
Yeah. So it gives other teams a chance to kind of 40. So right now, a lot more. I think it's like 2 more extra Caribbean teams could qualify.
That's gonna be a lot of football.
It can be a lot of football. I think they have to do it that way because it's spread out. So I don't think Canada got 9 games, crap.
I think
it's 9 games Canada got in total.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me is one round or one group per se.
Exactly. Yeah, I think they add one more group. I think they have to add 2 more groups. No.
Yeah.
Like number wise, I think. So that's good. I know they're going to be hell of expensive though. Those tickets are going to be hell of expensive. So.
Yeah. You got to go on a waiting list from like now, apparently.
Yeah, I already signed up for the waiting list though.
Oh, for sure, it's going to be in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, of course. In California, yeah, there's going to be like 3 games here. So
yeah, you know what? I'm hoping that they bring that movable stadium. You know, the one that they built in Qatar made out of the containers. Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, they stopped these containers and made a stadium in Qatar, bro. And nice it up with a football pitch and stands and stuff, and it's removable. So you just take the containers off each other and ship them off.
No, but that's smart though. Look,
like Legos.
You look, for example, right? Because a lot of these countries, when they host, they waste so much money on infrastructure, and then these stadiums, like ridiculous. For example, like Brazil, like look, there's like 5 stadiums that are not being used. They're just being, you know, and it costs the country money. You know what I mean? So that Qatar thing,
World Cup and the Olympics suck a lot. Economies.
Yeah. So that Lego thing you just explained to me actually seems like a good idea. So
it's pretty cool. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. It's
48 teams for the World Cup. Next World Cup, 48 teams.
I know it's in the 40s.
Yeah,
48 teams.
That can make it in.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have 12 groups of 4.
Yep, that's the beginning.
Jesus Christ,
that's a lot of football.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of football, dude. That's 9 games each group.
Yeah.
Y'all watch Hungary? Sabaznia, the boss man.
No, I haven't watched any of the football. I'll be honest.
Watch the highlights of it, man. It was a good game. He's doing good, man. Sabaznia is a baller, man. Like seriously.
They won 2-1, right? Tucho? They won 2-1, right?
I think it was 2-1 or 1. I can't even remember. I watched the highlights.
Yeah, we got a good player in him. So.
And Netherlands played too, right?
Against
Greece.
Sport.
Yeah, it's Greece. What are you doing? I saw the video with Verge and hugging Costas.
I actually read a report that Costas is going to get a new contract apparently.
Yep,
I would give it to him. I think Costas is quality. He just doesn't get enough time. You know what I mean?
Until 2027, I think I read.
That's good for selling on too.
Value too.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart, very smart, very, 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 very smart. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So international break finishing, Darwin going back to Liverpool on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I think Cody's going to be there from Wednesday. Do you think that may have any impact on the on who's starting against Wolves?
I think it all depends on who. Well, that's the thing, though, right? Like Nunes, Diaz, and McAllister are all starters for the team. They're not going to be benched, so they're gonna So especially when it comes to these qualifiers, you want to get as much points as you want as soon as possible. So they're going to play their big guns. So I'm not sure. It just depends on what agreement the coaches have with Liverpool in regards to like playing time. I'm assuming they have those talks, right? In regards to like minutes. So we'll see how it works out. Because I read as well that all the Brazilian players, Brazil won as well. All the Brazilian players, all our players are going to be leaving from South America at the same time. They're taking a plane together on Thursday. So they're all going to be arriving back at the same time, apparently.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that McAllister played well?
Neymar, I think Neymar equaled Pele's record this weekend.
This match.
He's so gifted, man. Like but
Yeah.
I don't think he reached his potential, but he's so gifted though.
He is 100%. Speaking of Virgil, suspension increased one more game on $100 grand.
Harsh.
Fine.
Harsh.
That's a harsh fine when you see that other players, other things don't
That's
get
harsh,
fined.
man. That's freaking harsh. Like I was talking, me and Beijing Angel had this conversation. And he said, yeah, you know the rules, you gotta react. But listen, we're all humans at the end of the day. He didn't react as a captain should, but he was visibly upset. You don't see Virgil doing that ever. Understand?
Hence the penalty then, Crab.
Huh?
Hence the penalty. You just
yeah,
said
but
it. You just said
100K,
it.
the penalty is excessive. 100K? Come on, man.
I'm on teams that break FFP don't even get fined $100K. Put that into perspective, boss.
But remember, guys.
Teams that racially abuse players don't get 100K, to be honest.
Exactly. See my point.
That's an issue. That's an issue.
To Crab's point,
My point. There it is. The first game that Lukaku played for Roma, he get insulted so bad in Italy. The first game back in Italy, bro, it was mad. Like, it's ridiculous, man. They don't get 100K fine. So one man cuts you and tell you, call and pissed off, you got the wrong call and use some F word, you'll give you 100K plus a game. Come on, man.
But it's different places though. The FA and the Premiership and the Europa and UEFA and FIFA is different. It's different brackets, so it is what it is.
I hope they use that 100K to improve the damn VAR, because that's what they need to do.
No.
Seriously,
I agree with that. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, guys, like like I said in the chat when I was talking to Tucho, like it is what it is. Like now he knows not to do it again unless he wants his pockets being hurt again.
But my point is to you is Virgil don't do them things. You saying he's not gonna do it again? I don't think I remember him ever doing it before. You understand? Virgil don't do them things. So that's a heat of the moment reaction, and he was visibly upset.
No, but that's that they want to set an example. That's the thing.
Unfortunately, send it to Bruno Fernandes that pushed the referee. Remember
that? But that was last year. This year it seems that referees on
you
this.
even get fined for that.
That was last year.
Angel, you even get fined for that?
I don't know.
Not 100K.
Nah. But nothing happened. No, nothing happened.
Nothing happened though.
What about the guy that elbowed Robbo? Did he get fined?
No, nothing happened. Robbo said he was fine. Robbo said he was fine.
But that was last year. Like there's new rules this year.
Different rules.
Exactly.
Like, the agenda is real, man.
It is. McAllister played well, apparently.
Who's the best example? The best example, Liverpool skipper who doesn't do anything, as you just said, Crab. Why good? That show you that we're serious. Drop the hammer on him. Now all you gotta do is watch for consistency. That's the key. All you're looking for now is let me see what happens the next time somebody does something. That's all you want to see now.
Listen, man. Like I said, Pops is a quiet person. I guarantee somebody piss Pops off, he will use them same exact words. Guaranteed. Understand? Because he's a human being, man.
Yeah.
You know, but I glad he got fined. But 100K, you can find him out 50K, 25K. But 100K, come on, man. That's just my thing. I don't care that he got fined. I care of the massive fine that he got. 100K is too much.
Yeah, but the excessive part of it, Crab, is actually a deterrent. They're saying we don't want the players, especially because now you're saying players are not supposed to talk to the officials. Only the captain, which was almost an unwritten rule years ago, which was never adhered to. So now they're saying, listen, Beijing Angel is the skipper. Me, you, and Barnes can't approach the referee. Okay, good. We respect that. So Beijing Angel can have a word. Now, if he has a word and it's the wrong word, it's the same one now. Because we're giving you a word, you can't disrespect the referees. So here's a fine.
So what happened when the players surround the ref? You all get yellow cards or fines because you're not
the captain. The captain is supposed to control his team. So that's what it always. This was an unwritten rule before, where the skipper is supposed to stop the surrounding, which was a thing where you actually see referees were running away from players. So rather than just standing up, referees actually had to run away and then call somebody to them. So now the captains are supposed to be responsible. Is the same with the coaching as well, where they're trying to get less of the coaching. Klopp can come forward, but Pep has to sit down. So only one at a time. You shouldn't have two men up in the box, which is why Klopp was making a joke at Newcastle and Jason Tildela and Eddie Howe. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get respect back into the game, which has been lost for the longest time. But if you're not consistent and you're still going to end up with a problem because people are going to say, well, last week X or Y happened. Now this week is a different rule. So let me take my 100,000 and tell you what I need to tell you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, okay, this is my thing. You can find 100K. If you find, you could go and find Virgil say, listen, we do is not acceptable. We're gonna find you 50. You do it next time, we're gonna double that. We do it next time, we're gonna add another 50 onto it. Well, you can move it like that progressively. You understand?
But
I
it can move from 100 too.
Right here.
It can move from 100, Dave.
No, but I read in the chat. Apparently, it's based on his wages. They that's why they find him 100.
Listen, I hope they keep the consistency all season. I hope so. I hope so.
So a man that do the same shit again, pay 50 grand and get fine peanuts then.
Well, man, I'm making $8,000 a week.
I don't know if it's true or not. I just read it in the.
Oh, okay.
Because listen, you see the salaries of those Luton players. The highest paid Luton players is $8,000 a week, I think. If that
That's
much.
crazy.
Sheesh.
That's Eddie apparently went to Africa. Brian said, "Big up, Brian."
No, but this is where I remember the last time when we all disagreed with the red card in regards to Van Dijk and stuff, and how referees this season seem to be like wanting to be more like drill sergeants, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning of the season, there had to have been a meeting in regards to what are the new rules, what are the expectations from the rules, and if they had that conversation, then the way Virgil acted was wrong.
Yeah.
And I understand that sometimes when you're upset, stuff come out, but because you're upset, it doesn't deem it okay to you to say
not okay.
people out.
But
that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from.
But I think you're losing my point. I'm saying I agree with the fine, but not the amount of the fine.
The amount of the fine. Okay,
that's it. Get him, fine him, game suspension. I'm okay with that. But 100K, nah.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying? That's all I'm mad with the amount. That's it.
Yeah. Do you guys believe we tried to sign Bruno from Newcastle on the last day of the window? I think it's a load of Bravo Sierra. Yeah, no, not at all. I don't believe in that.
No, that's like we saying we believe Mo was going to El Etihad or wherever the hell it was.
Yeah, exactly. Like it going. Yeah, that's one of the topics that we got to talk about too. Good one, crap. Yeah, Mo. What did we say? We said straight and plain. If the manager said that he is not going anywhere and the topic is over for him, why did you not just trust what the manager had to say?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I said before, like when it comes to Klopp, FSG, it's all selective hearing. People just want to hear what they want to hear and ignore everything the person says. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Like, you know.
Agreed. Big up K-Mac. Guys, we can put the link into the chat very soon, so stay tuned. Jump in, talk, say what you gotta say.
I move.
3-minute timer. Anybody got a timer? Probably got something with funny at the end that we can blast the people with. Actually, no, I got a video that would probably give the person.
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's what we can do. I think we can do that. Yeah, I can pick a video.
England getting terrorized, boy. Good Lord. It's killing them.
England?
Yeah, they don't want nothing. Zinchenko.
Who they playing?
Ukraine.
Wow.
When you playing Harry Maguire, that don't play in the club, but you playing Harry Maguire, come on, man. You got Colwell on the bench. That's a joke.
Gareth is a joke. Mary, her sister, big up. She's still calling you Rasta Crab, bro.
That's all right. I forgive Marianne. She's good people. But it's El Tucha Marianne, huh? You got a bunch of sicarios. Don't let me, do saying.
Crazy. That's crazy to say.
Oh. Why is that crazy to say? I don't even know where she lives, bro. Come on.
Crazy.
The only sicarios I got is my 2 kids and a cat, bro. That's it, man. For real. No joke.
Oh my days. 2 kids and a cat. Oh,
yeah, man. 2 kids and a
what
cat.
happened to your wife?
She's not a sicario, man. She's calm.
Oh, she's the one to keep you in check.
That's right. She's the voice of reason. Don't worry, son, Mario. You
good. 32 degrees over here in the UK. Yo, UK hot, boy.
What is that? What is that, like 85 degrees or something like that? 82? 80, how much degrees is that? Fahrenheit? Was that 80 something?
Yeah, you got to be in mid 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not too bad.
Married, no way. We ain't swapping Felix.
No.
Felix.
No.
But that's
it, man.
I said that yesterday on 12th Man's channel. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
because you targeted so Klopp or whoever choice was it to bring in Nunes, brought in a focal point 9. That they wanted to change to that way. Bringing in Felix is like going backwards in a way. Like it's
a Firmino style football.
Exactly. So it's like, so what was the point of getting Nunes in the first place? It makes no sense. And then when you look at it as well, his wages is more than Salah's wages. Felix.
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's what I'm saying. Is this some of these stories are just clickbaits?
I don't think, honestly, people understand how much talent Darwin got, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, he got major talent.
Just raw, yeah.
He can be a destructor, man.
He can be agreed.
He can be the shiznick in the Prem, bro. Seriously.
His potential to get to the end product could be like, I would just like him to get like Fernando Torres clinical in the box.
But that was good. That was real good though.
So if you get a Fernando Torres clinical inside the box with his pace, oh, forget about it.
That's a good comparison, because he is kind of the top Fernando Torres stature, speed.
That's different levels. At different levels.
Yeah.
At different levels.
You guys remember Torres better than I do. Do you think Torres was faster than Nunes, or Nunes was faster than Torres?
Nunes is faster, but Torres is quicker. Pace too.
But Torres had deceptive pace, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, Torres is quick, but Nunes is quicker for sure.
Nunes was very techie with it, with his feet. And
Torres would dribble. Torres is a man who get ball and he would turn around and face you, and he would dribble you.
And then shoot, not just dribble and shoot from anywhere on the site.
Nunes didn't do that. Nunes, running behind you,
and just put it away. Exactly. That's where the clinical part would come in. That would be the best if he could hit that ceiling. For me,
that's levels though. Like my man Pop said, that's
I know that's levels.
That ceiling that you calling is a high ceiling here, Barnes.
How old was Torres when he came to Liverpool? Do you guys remember? How old was he?
Bro, the first goal against Chelsea, bro. Oh my days.
No, I'm talking about age. Like, how old was Torres when he came to Liverpool? Yeah.
23,
24,
25.
So then Nunes has time then, in a way.
Mark, big up, Mark. Yeah,
bro. You know the funny thing is,
Major Reds is better to watch.
Yeah, what's up?
When Torres came to Liverpool, all the Liverpool fans started learning Spanish, bro. It's mad.
Oh yeah,
we had Spanish commercials, all kind of things. It was the funniest thing ever, bro. It was mad. It was so mad.
In 2007. What do you mean?
No. Listen to me, Aaron. Nah, I ain't saying he could get there. That would be ceiling. Wants the finished product to be that type of mold of player with his pace.
Physique wise too, because Torres can hit a ball. Torres can hold up a ball. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But Torres had mad skill with his feet, bro. His touch was impeccable, man. He had that different touch, bro.
Yeah, he was different gravy.
Oh my days.
23. You chat's always the
39,
right?
So
he was here for what? 4 seasons, if that? Not even.
And then our owners messed him up. He would have still been here if the owners didn't mess up.
Yeah, it's true.
The Xabi Alonso, he didn't like that.
That one hurt me, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That one hurt me bad.
Then he went to the Chelsea and his career was over.
He had 4 years. He had 4 years with us.
4 years with us.
Went to Chelsea.
He was done. Yeah, he was done when he went Chelsea. Yeah,
it was a knee injury, right? Was it a knee injury that messed him up in a way? Like
something like that.
I think he had a hamstring injury going into the World Cup. Played at I think it was the World Cup, right? Or was it the Euros? 7, 8. Was that the World Cup 2008? No.
World Cup 2008.
He was with us for 11, 12. So 12, the World Cup would have been 2012 then, right?
Yeah, 2012, correct.
No.
I think that would be it then.
No, because there was a World Cup in 2014.
That's the Euros in 12, man. It's Euros. It would be the Euros. It was the Euros.
It was the World Cup.
Because that was probably the last good piece of Torres you saw actually.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was all downhill, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was like Suarez for us. Burn, bright and fast, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
From Nicholas Payne, yo fellas, new subscriber. Saw y'all show up on Redmen TV comments and was so hyped. Love the work, guys. Big up to you.
Oh, man, that's
Nicholas.
good.
That's up. Yeah.
Nice.
We making it big. We making it big.
Nicholas.
Yeah, man. Black.
Yeah, my man. If you like the content, I mean, share
doing
with
our thing.
Tell a friend. You know, appreciate your love and support. Bless.
That's good, man.
Real.
We try to keep things real organic here on the BHN Reds TV.
Mm-hmm.
We're just having fun with it.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, Torres. If he could get to that level, oh my days. With Sabazalai and
let's see. Aaron saying they rushed him back for 2010 after the 2010 World Cup. It was the World Cup in 2010, not the Euros in 12.
Yeah.
It was 2010 when he was rushed.
But it was an injury, right? It was a knee injury, right?
Yeah.
I think it was a hammy. It could be wrong.
I think it was a knee. I think it was a knee.
It sucks because when you really look at it, a lot of players from back in the day, if they had the signs from now, they would have been different. You know, unfortunately, like
for sure.
Science has evolved, right? So
yeah,
that's the problem when you got pace too. You know, pace has always caused a lot of injuries.
Because isn't that what happened?
Besides your body as well, too.
Yeah, isn't that what happened?
Big bodies like that.
Owen, isn't that the same kind of like?
Yeah,
happened to Owen, like his injuries.
Owen used to get a lot of hammies.
Yeah, he ripped his clean off.
Knee problems.
Yeah. That's why you gotta love Suarez. He wasn't fast, but he never used to get injured. He didn't have the pace, but he had the skill.
Yeah. Brian said he literally passed Suarez in the corridor on the way out of Melwood. Suarez thought he was joining to play with Torres, but we sold him and got Carroll. Oh.
Yeah, those are one of the next up with Torres, man. They really did. Torres and Suarez would have been a madness.
Bro, Suarez, bro.
Just one season. I just wanted one season. All I wanted was
Gerard passing through the middle.
Because it was January. It was January we got Suarez. So he's just saying, please, El Nino stay until summer. Just give me till summer. Let me see if we can make things work out. And you say, well, yeah, I can stay.
That would have been a madness, bro. That would have been a madness.
He was nice.
Bro, that combination with Gerard in the middle would have been
fire.
That's like fire and ice, bro. Fire and ice.
When did Alonso leave? A year before, right? Was it Alonso? When did he leave? Was it a year before?
I think he would have left in the summer.
Yeah, the summer.
Because that was Torres left in January. January window. Suarez came in January. He left in January. Yeah.
Torres said when he did an interview, he said he was promised things and the owners never backed him up.
Yeah. Nicholas says Suarez and Torres play in a charity match and the link up was crazy. Of course, it would be.
Listen, Gerard and Torres had like telepathy, bro. It was like
telepathic.
The man knew where, and they both knew where each other was. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Adding the dynamic of Suarez to that mix with his skill. Oh,
smart, bro. Anyway, just give me goosebumps thinking about that, bro.
Oh. Next topic. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Don't cry over this spilt milk. Let me just move.
It's true. Mohamed Salah.
The king?
We've said it. We ain't gonna keep saying it. There's a lot of bigger things that Mo want rather than just the bag right now in his career. The boy has ambition. We should just trust the manager. If he tell us a lie, it's he who tell it, and then we can call him out. But until then, if he tells you this was the case, believe that was the case.
Like Ian Rush said, Mo Salah will be the jewel in the crown in Saudi Arabia. But guess what? He can go 3 years from now, and that jewel can still be shiny. Understand?
35. 35.
That's what that was the stress. You got Jordan Henderson looking like prime Pirlo in freaking Saudi Arabia, bro. Like seriously.
I know he got Genie with him now, bro.
Are you trying to? That's what I'm saying. You trying to tell me Mo won't go up there and light it up? Come on, man. Shit.
The pace in Saudi Arabia is nice for them, man. The older you get, the pace is nice. Look at Bobby enjoying it, man. The pace is nice.
Hat tricks and thing happening. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Yeah.
Niggas say thanks, man.
Bless
Glad
up,
to
Nicola.
finally
Welcome,
find
man.
a
Welcome.
Liverpool channel. Yeah, bro. That's what we want, man. Bring one over to the woodwork. Come, bitches. Come
Big
join
up, big
the
up,
family.
Nicholas, man.
Even the ones that we can turn into Beijing, like Beijing Angel. You know what I mean?
I've been knighted.
That's right. You've been knighted by the Mount Gay.
And the old brigand. If anybody know old brigand.
The other thing we gotta do though is we gotta respect Mohamed Salah now though. All of these stories now. Respect the man, Mohamed Salah. He loves the club. He loves records. You can see he's selfish, whatever you want to call him, but you know what? The money didn't make him jump.
True.
Yeah.
And the man says family loves Liverpool too.
All it now, I working on the extension. I working on the extension. All it now.
Yeah,
because
and
they still got 35 as
my
now.
key too is that
35
his family
is the time
loves.
that more can go and make money.
Yeah, his family loves it there too. So when your family happy, well, you gonna uproot them and move forward. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not exactly. It's not. People think that football is an individual decision. When players leave, a lot of the times it's because the wife and children saying it's time to go. We ain't happy here. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Torres said the best player he's ever.
And you know the old saying: "Happy wife, happy life."
Happy wife, happy life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got a funny one that coming out here. A question to the three top guys. If you guys don't mind me asking, what does Beijing mean? Jared, first off, we ain't fairies, so you ain't gonna ask that. You can anything you ask can be offensive to us. We's Beijing. Beijing is that's another word for Barbadian and to represent the people of Barbados.
We just shorten Barbadian.
Shorten Barbadian to Beijing.
People don't remember
it, but is the one that we like the most. That's the truth. Barbadian just too long. Yeah, Beijing is just perfect, just right, perfect. Yeah, nah, Jared.
Beijing really ain't gonna beat him. Beijing is a vibe.
Yeah, it is a vibe.
That's what Beijing is. Beijing is a vibe.
Beijing is a lifestyle.
And 9 times out of 10,
and a little music,
yeah. If you know, you know.
Facts.
Like Pops would say, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's so true. Oh man, Kropova just finished in Barbados. It was good. Me and Pops get to hang out at 2 events. Yeah.
Most importantly, drink a rum.
Drink a rum, exactly.
We got 2 things to solve stress. We got beach and rum. If you want to take a nice saltwater bath, you go in the ocean and you come out and you're fresh again. Or you drink a rum, or you do both, whichever.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly.
Make sure the order's correct. Do the beach first, then the rum.
True.
Rum. Or have the rum at the beach.
Yeah, you don't want to go in the ocean after the rum because you might have some problems.
Oh man, Europa is coming up. Group stages starts in 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
As soon as we're back, basically.
Mid-September.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-September starts the group stage of Europa. That's gonna be on Thursdays, so
we can be playing Thursdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, Sunday, yeah.
Okay. Or maybe Mondays. Or maybe
Mondays. Yeah, that works too.
Maybe
hard to stream that, but yeah.
No, anything in the week, impossible. Can't do it.
Because Monday kickoffs is usually 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yeah.
Unless it's a day that we got bank holiday here and then it's free at calm, you know what I mean? And we got one of them coming up, which is Thanksgiving, right? So we will see. Our Thanksgiving different to yours, Chris?
No, I think Thanksgiving is the same, right?
Yeah. No, different.
No. Ours is before yours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ours is October.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can have Thanksgiving twice, October and then November.
You don't got to tell me twice. I love to eat.
My Aki saltfish yesterday was good. It was good.
Now you know what I ate the other day? Kataloo. You know what that is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love callaloo and stuff.
Yeah, Trinidad's national one of their national dishes is callaloo and crab, which is absolutely delicious, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love callaloo. Callaloo is awesome. It is awesome. Europa, so we got a fairly easy group. We should be playing not the full squad, but intertwine one or two players, I think. In
integrate. We got to integrate.
Yeah, integrate. Bendo should get a heavy amount of minutes. Darwin Nunez possibility as well.
Kells
going
between the sticks.
I think that's when we're going to see the return of Bajcetic is going to be in the Europa competition.
Steph is going to be good.
He played the other day. You know that, guys, right? He played
Did he play the other day
in Spain, the under 21s, I think, or something like that. So he's good. He's
ready.
Okay,
he's ready. Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah, that's good. And Kwanzaa probably will get some fair amount of run in that competition for experience and reps, right? So, which is only going to help us even more for a solid run this season. Let me see where the chips fall at the end of the year or coming up to the end of the year. I've said it. If we do hold on and play consistent and not drop foolish points in the bottom half of the teams that we play against, we take full advantage because that's where we struggled last year, along with our away form. And we keep a good gap within for Man City. If January rolls around and we can add an addition of an Andre Trinidad from Fluminense as in a DM spot with the talent that we have, that could help us go for a real title challenge per se. People could click me up, but if those dominoes are what they do,
those are nothing yet but title challenge.
No. I give it an analogy, right? I ain't saying that ain't coming up. I'm just having a conversation.
All the talk is Arsenal and City and Newcastle. We don't want to hear no talk.
If the chips fall where they may and we do what we need to do or how we can do, I think it could be a real successful season, right? So,
barring injuries,
could be. That is going to be a key. Injuries, a lot of people don't take into consideration, is what helps you to win leagues, to be honest. The team that really doesn't get impacted majorly by injury, 9 times out of 10 ends up to be the champion, barring Arsenal, obviously. 93% of the season taking that top spot and bottled it.
Well,
I had to throw a jab. That's for you, brother. Wear my rum.
And it all starts with this game against Wolves, right? So that's teams that we should go and destroy. Understand?
Exactly.
So
just win. Season starts.
I hate these breaks, bro. I hate these breaks.
No, this is the end of preseason, crap. The beginning of the season now starts now. This is it now.
Preseason really starts.
This is it now. Yeah, this is it. This is it now.
Time to put the macaroni pie in the oven. Let me go.
Let me go. Chris, you've never had macaroni pie?
Yeah, of course.
No, you sure?
Cajun macaroni pie.
I'm not uncultured now. Come on.
No. I said
macaroni pie.
Cajun macaroni pie.
Oh no. I haven't tried the Bajan version of it.
Oh, Bajan macaroni pie is different. Crabbers make a mean macaroni pie.
We always make good macaroni pie, man. Lead make a good one. Lots of mayonnaise. Yeah. That's all it takes.
I already have a reason to go to Barbados. I already have a reason to go up to Canada to visit you guys.
Yeah,
I have a list already. Don't worry.
That's it.
Sam Matz, big up, bro. Gang, we have to play 4-2-3-1 to get the best of Nunez. His pace kills defenders. He's quicker than Kyle Walker, fastest player in Premier League. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But Kyle Walker getting up in age too, so yeah.
No, I think the fastest.
But he's still maintaining pace, though. He's still quick, though. He's still quick.
I think the fastest player in the Premier League recorded last season was Mudryk.
Yeah, Mudryk he's fast.
The kid at Forest was quick too. I just met Spurs. Johnson's
fast as well.
He was up there. Yeah, he was up there. He was up there too.
Yeah. That's crazy. But look, can't teach pace, right?
That's it.
Nope.
Jared says, I like to be respectful and give the people the options of not answering. Jared, boy, there ain't nothing they won't have a conversation about. So
that's
trust
it,
me.
man. We talk about anything.
Anything. And there's some things that we may say that some people might not like, but
that we ain't gonna say it. We ain't gonna say it.
I was laughing when you said fairies. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh God.
That's old school, man. That's old school.
Fairies mean it's soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other people won't take it that way, though. I'm just saying.
That's the problem.
If they got an issue with learning what phrases and statements is, or I can't help them. Sorry, that's on them, not on me.
we can publish a Bajan dictionary so that when we talking, you can read along. Just follow along.
That's right.
You know what?
He just said, look at the dictionary.
Here's what, and I think we should start doing this. Every time we do a post, we can start the alphabet, A right down to Z, and do a Bajan word and give the meaning of what this Bajan word can be. An example of what that Bajan word can be used in a sentence.
That makes sense. You know what's funny? I got a T-shirt somebody sent me. I have all the popular Bajan phrases on it, front and back. Madness, like all and the meaning. It's crazy.
El Tucho, that on you.
I will tell you all the
Get the T-shirt out. Bring the T-shirt out. Bring the T-shirt out.
Are you write them all down?
Yeah, but
I know a bunch of them, bro.
Yeah,
there's some funny ones. Yeah. Bajan language in general, bro, is be saying else. That's the truth.
It's a thing to behold when using the proper perspective.
Realism.
Like when you're cussing somebody, it's like music.
Yeah, exactly. Sound like this here, look.
You cockroach, you want beer, going to spray pan you from the back to the front. You parasite that want 7 train pan. What part when this come from? You want put in the back, careful of beer back shirt, go up them and your boat in there, you can't breathe. You understand? Sheep back kind.
Yeah.
Bajan Angel. In the back, we can give you the heads up because I saw you not just now where you missed something. You missed one. Don't worry. We can start you in the back. Yeah.
I can send you the T-shirt first, Bajan. You can get a T-shirt first.
All right, copy that.
Oh man.
We don't some chat daily. Let me get the people involved.
Canadian Thanksgiving on the second Monday of October rather than the 4th Thursday of November, like the Americans. Yeah.
Wait, do you guys in Canada have Black Friday? No, right? Or you do have Black Friday?
Yeah, but that's it. We celebrate
call it Black Friday anymore, man. It's African American Friday.
Oh. My bad.
Let's mess with you, man. Oh my days. Nah, but it's this culture thing, bro. These people are crazy, you know. You never know, they might want to change that. You know what I'm saying? It's mad, you know. Anyway.
Take your time, Squidly. Me a ride bike and you ride bicycle and you lead me. Watch your roach gully corner. Squidly. Fully salt, your pussy clot in a year. Too enough, man.
Madness. No, it's true though, Bajan Angel. You know, everything is like somebody got a problem with every word nowadays.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I was gonna tell you guys, right? So I told my kids started school like about, what was it? Last week?
Big up Kalanji.
Last week. It was last week. My kids started last week. And my son Ethan, he's in 5th grade now. So they usually give you like a little homework thing for the weekend. And to introduce yourself, what your likes, what your dislikes, what type of learner you are, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And one of the questions which kind of got me upset was, what is your pronoun?
Next topic.
Yeah, we're moving along. Keep it rolling.
I swear all my Yankee friends always asking me to translate Farai. Farai is the man I was on just now, Bajan Angel.
Emotional damage.
Bajan Angel, that's the topic is taboo, bro.
Let's keep it rolling.
Trust me, brother. Trust me. We're talking that offline.
Yeah, that's backroom talk. That's backroom talk. Oh my days. Jarrah, blessed.
Big up Jarrah every time.
The link coming up.
Link coming now.
Fully saw. Oh man.
Fully saw Reverend Knight.
Fully
Squidly
saw.
is a crowd favorite. Everybody loves Squidly, man.
It's true.
I mean, Squidly's a boss, man. Squidly's a boss.
Beijing Angel boy.
Beijing Angel, nah, bro. You just it's just like I said.
See how Beijing Angel got the chat hot up. No, look at the chat. The chat hot.
Yeah,
Beijing
we'll talk about that later, Beijing Angel. Trust me, man. Trust me.
Oh my days.
Jai, you what John Rock said.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, what's up?
Good.
Good?
He looks like you, bro. It's a boy or girl, so I'm just making sure.
What are you?
A boy.
Okay, just checking, bro. I couldn't see it completely. I figured it was a boy, but anyway. Here we go. All right,
There
all
you
right,
go.
all right.
Big at yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks just like you. That's another a young Lucho coming up, bro. Jeez.
That's my eldest.
Is it? He looks like your twin, man. Serious. Mad.
I put the link in the chat,
Yeah, don't
the
get me
link
into that, Beijing.
and it's also pinned.
We
So
ain't
come
doing
on,
pronouns, just for the record. We ain't doing pronouns.
You see what John Rock said? Look at that.
We ain't doing.
Look at that. Look what John Rock said.
Jarrah, I with you on that one, bro.
Yeah.
I with you on that
Smart.
one. 100%. We got first person in, Mr. K Mac.
This is my youngest.
Bless up.
Bless up.
Yo.
Hi.
How are
What's
you?
your name?
What's your name?
Hello.
Nikki.
Nicholas.
Nicholas? Nikki?
Oh, Nikki.
Do you like to get called Nikki?
Bye.
Yeah, Nicky.
Hi.
Nicholas, man.
Bye.
All right. We got first caller in. Yeah, Mark, I'm sorry if you go over the 3 minutes, you can get blasted with a video. And I can't tell you what it could be. But
We
love
give you a lot of
always,
pronouns
bro.
if you go over 3 minutes, bro. We got a lot of
Sorry,
pronouns.
What's going on, K Mac? You good? Welcome
Yeah,
to the
good
channel.
guys. How are you?
Good.
All
Good. Good.
I just wanted to comment on the Virgil van Dijk ban. Did you actually see the footage and did you actually hear the microphone that they did of the actual red card?
I saw the link of it, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't even.
I saw the link too. I saw the transcript, but I said like it's done. What's the point?
You agree?
No,
you agree?
You need to check it out because what they did is they did a show on Sky Sports where they looked at all the incidents that happened. I'm not into conspiracies or an agenda or anything like that. But if you listen to that footage, they wanted a red card before it was even proven that it was a red card. Like there was 3 people in the referee's ear shouting, "Red card, red card, red card."
Yeah, I saw that. I saw.
I'm like, who are those guys? Because they're not VAR. Because the VAR guy was said, "Hold it, I'm just going to check." But you've got all these other people in his ear going, "Red card, red card, red card. Last man took the man," and I'm like, "Ooh, someone wants to send Virgil van Dijk off before the footage has been checked." And for me,
Was that players?
I was listening to it.
Here
And Brooks,
on field. Was that the players or no? Was it
No,
the players
this
that
was
were
somebody
on
else.
field that you could hear?
This was
Or?
someone else in
No,
the
no.
in
That was in the
referee's
room. I
line.
think that was in the VR room. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the VR room.
Yeah.
There are other people there just saying, "Yeah, it's a red. It's a red. Give him a
And
red."
then
I got the link, but it wouldn't open, to be honest.
And then if you listen to the other incidents that were played, it's all very calm. It's all very composed. It's like,
Not animated.
yeah. Was that the last man? Hang on. Let me just check. Let me use this. Let me use that. It wasn't like red card, Virgil van Dijk, last man, blah, 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 blah. I was just like, that's a decision that's been made before the decision's been looked at for me.
That's
And if you're
tough,
talking
bro.
about agendas, if everybody's in the ref's ear shouting red card,
Especially to
Could be a red card.
a new referee like that, right? Because he was fairly new, right?
yeah, he was, yeah.
And the thing is that the voice of reason was actually the VR guy. He was telling everybody, "Calm down, let him check."
I know
it,
he
right?
was, but there was other
Yeah.
people and I'm like, who's the other people? Like, no one's explained who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, was it?
You're all
Wasn't it? I
against
don't
it,
really
too,
know.
Matt.
Like, his foot went through the player's legs and cleared the ball for me.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't get a second look. The ref didn't go to the camera. It wasn't really calmed down. The whole incident was really lively still. And then you can hear Virgil van Dijk. I didn't hear Virgil van Dijk swear at the referee.
I saw his lips, man. I could tell what his lips were saying.
It wasn't played.
At the end.
The third referee.
At the end of the
third
altercation,
referee.
you could say, yeah. You could, and he did it again on the hand. What the ref shouldn't have touched him. The fourth official, when he was going off, shouldn't have touched him, but he swore at him as well.
Yes,
Which honestly, I'd forgive him because there was no reason for interaction at that point. You've been red carded, just go off.
Yeah,
You just go off. Exactly.
I agree.
No, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I agree. Like he should be more professional to just.
So K-Mac, you didn't think it was a red?
I don't really know. Like I mean, the whole incidents before were all over the place as well. Like Virgil van Dijk, Trent getting a yellow card for throwing a ball back into the pitch because he was off the pitch. That was a foul before he went off the pitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like how many times do you need to be fouled before?
It's an actual foul. Yeah.
You shoved in the back, then you pushed on the floor, and then you get a yellow card for throwing the ball back in. Like
Yeah, but he didn't even throw it with aggression. He just basically
he just passed.
He barely threw it in. Like it wasn't like
It doesn't need to be aggressive though.
Pop's got his stance on that, but he know he fully against it.
the new rules are crazy, man.
Rules.
You watch stuff
it's
like
just
that.
the rules. It's just the rules.
But why though? If it's the rules, it only applies to certain teams and others.
They're not consistent. Like I understand the referees and rules, but if you're gonna have new rules and you're gonna have all of these things put in place, be consistent with it, and then we can accept it. Like
That's the issue.
give the guy a yellow card all the time for doing that thing.
Yeah.
Don't just give one guy a yellow card and then nothing, and then don't let like Joelinton literally run around kicking everyone up in the air the whole game.
Joelinton was playing
give him
rugby.
a yellow
Bro.
card.
He was playing rugby.
Like,
He's playing rugby.
Make things make sense to me because things don't make sense to me right now with refereeing and the game and VAR and how it gets used. It doesn't make sense to me anymore. I'd rather it just fell on one person's head. Like, you messed up, it's on you. Like, and we all know who to look at. But now it's like, well, I'm helping me mate out, and you can hear them on the VAR. Like, they're all mates. Like, they're all, yeah, Brooksy, yeah, blah blah blah, yeah, and you're just like, that's not. What team are you on? You know what I mean? What team are you on? And the fact that we keep on getting the same referees, the fact that we keep on getting banned referees, by the way, like the referee we got for the last game was banned for a game before we got him. Okay, the amount of controversy.
We had the elbow thrower as well in VAR.
Yeah, we got the elbow thrower as well. Just chuck him in as well. Like, why not? Like,
he was on VAR.
If you don't want Liverpool fans to sit there and think there's a conspiracy with the FA and referees, don't make it so obvious with how you're giving us referees and the referees you're giving us. Like, we're always going to get the worst referee we ever have for the first game of the season. That's just going to happen with Liverpool. It's like they literally they get the board and they go, right, okay, here's all the games for the start of the season. Which one does Liverpool hate the most? That one. Okay, we'll give him for the first game, and then just watch it go out of control from then on.
Don't you think that this is all a result of Klopp calling them out last season?
Yeah,
I think this is what it is.
I mean, last season, I was on the train of the manager doesn't help us, like with some of the antics, and our own assistants and also our own coaches don't help either, like with some of the antics. But Jesus Christ, I mean, are you watching Newcastle? Are you watching Chelsea? Are you watching all of these other teams? Are you watching Arteta? Like, are you watching what they're doing? Because what they're doing is exactly the same. Yeah. And diddly squat's happening to them. £100,000 fine.
That's a lot. That's my issue.
I mean, FFP and like international teams that have literally been banned from having their fans for racism for like throwing bananas on the pitch and all of that crazy stuff, they didn't even get fines that much.
Yeah.
Like, I find that insane. Like, I find the fact that Klopp's been fined over 400 grand over the last 2 years in fines. Can you believe that? Over 400 grand. Like,
It's a
where's this
lot
money
of
going?
money.
Where's this money going now? Is this going into charity? Is this going into like training referees better? Like, where's this money going?
That's what I said.
Because Liverpool are about to get fined 100,000 for Virgil van Dijk. Where's that going? Tell me where that money's going. Because that money's going to
Yeah, that's a
charity
good
or that
question.
money's going into grassroots. Fine. But if that's going into something that's nothing to do with improving the game, then why are we being fined £100,000? You know what I mean? Just say, okay, yeah, give that money to your charity, like 100,000 to your charity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes more sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Crazy stuff.
I agree. Good points, man. I know a lot of us feel the same way. The referees be shambolic everywhere, not just in our games, but everywhere. They need to be held accountable. And I said it. You should even get as harsh as the referees are graded every single game, and the ones that have the lowest 3, like a relegation at the end of the season, you're only going to the championship and refereeing those games. You're not refereeing in the Prem. You got to work yourself back up.
I've said this before. Like, our referees are the lowest paid refs in Europe. Like, I think we're like, yeah, we're really, really low paid refs. Like, if we're supposed to have the creme de la creme league, then pay the referees. Like, and then you'll start getting better referees who are more committed, who haven't got like another job on the side, or you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense why we wouldn't pay them good money, because they're on the pitch with guys that are on insane money, and there's not going to be any respect there. Like, and there's going to be a bit of resentment in some cases, you know. So, you know, pay the referees a decent wage, and then you start getting better referees.
Yep.
Or we'll end up with crap, like we've got, because we really have.
Yeah, see, this is a good point here. I watched Romero from Spurs says your kicker man missed the ball and didn't even get a foul. Madness. I saw that too. Any more of a tweak, one way or the other, he could have broken his leg easily, and he didn't even get a card, nor the foul. Period.
And they won't put an ex-player in the VAR room, which I just don't understand. Like, they just won't put someone who's got the common sense to go, hang on a minute, we're looking at it. We need to look at it like players look at it now, because we understand how this whole thing works out. And there's no one from that side of the game. You know, at the end of the day, like, you've got a guy who's running the referees, who was a Man United fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like, he's just he's a face, isn't he? But, you know, doing this thing with putting the audio on, I do like it, but it's not going to do them any good, because it does look a little bit one-sided now. Already it looks a bit they've only done it once, and I'm sure every Liverpool fan listened to that and went, hang on a minute, they sounded like they really wanted to do Liverpool before they actually looked at the video or anything, because they're shouting, red card, last man, Virgil van Dijk took him out, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, who are all these people shouting? And then I was listening. Then I thought, you know what? That's absolute chaos. No wonder things get messed up at VAR. And then I listened to all the others, and it was really calm. And I'm like, oh, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good points there, Kim, man, for sure. All right, man. We're gonna chop up. Good to see you again, man. Blessings as always.
Yeah, bless up yourself, man.
Thank you, Matt.
Big up to you.
Big up, Zerbs.
All right, brother. Colonel Zubiri.
Without the locks.
Without the
Yo,
locks.
what's going on, man? In time, you know?
You got your aloe and your beeswax and stuff ready?
No, I got a bunch of dreadlocks merchandise from the last dreadlocks campaign still. What you saying? How you guys doing?
Good, man. How about
Good, you?
Bless, man. Bless.
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Can't complain. Just chilling this Saturday.
Yeah. I see you got the armless on, man. Showing all the guns and stuff, huh?
You ain't in New York.
I don't know if he's in.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not in New York. I'm in Connecticut at the moment.
Okay. I was like, yeah, that ain't look like Zabiri's usual spot.
Yeah, no. That's actually the spot in Queen. Nah, this is my usual spot now. Recently got this house up here in Connecticut.
Nice.
So this is,
bro.
huh?
Congrats.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man.
Stuff, man.
Appreciate it.
Where's the barbecue, bro? Come on now.
It was actually last week. I got some roast fish seasoned up and some leg quarter seasoned up. When I just jumped on, my girl was like, yo, what time we're gonna fire that up? I'm like, yo.
Very always eating, man. Always eating, fam. Good Lord.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to. But yo, so I've been going around like, and there's a few questions like people rating the window, but I didn't hear you man's rating on the window. But before I hear you man's rating, I'm just gonna hit it real hard. 10 out of 10 for me. Here's why. I've always very consistent for about 3 years. We can't sign players if we're not letting players go, right? And we've let 1 or 2 go, bring in 1, let 3 go, bring in 1. Mm-hmm. First window, we've let about 5 to 7 go, and we bring in 4 in that area. It's not a coincidence, and it can't be like, oh, it's just a one-off. We'll see if it happens again. People are like, yo, we need a center back. And I'm like, we have 5. We had 6, and we let 1 go on loan. So we had 5. We play with a back 2. There's no need to having 6. Even Klopp said, I think like his second or third year, if you're playing with 2 center backs, you cannot have 6 on the books because it makes no sense. You see what I'm trying to say? If you have 5, if you're playing with a back 3, then it makes sense to have 6. But if you're playing with a back 2, you can't have more than 5. That's what Klopp said. That's how I learn about players in the squad and the numbers in the squad. So looking at the way Klopp viewed the squad, the actual way we play Liverpool club, and we let 7 go and we bring in 4, and we still had 4 here, which is Jones, Elliott, Thiago, and Bajcetic. We got Gakpo can rotate in there. We got Trent can rotate in there. Technically, we got 10 midfielders after letting go 7. Got to be a 10 out of 10, but I don't know what you man think. You know what I mean? So I like to hear your spit. I just want to let you guys know where I put the marker down and why I put it down that way. So,
So let me ask you something, Zabiri. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Gravenberch put you at 10, or you were 10 before Gravenberch?
I think I was at 10 already before Gravenberch because
Really?
The 10 isn't about who came in. The 10 was about who, we let go. Because remember, one of the biggest issues we wasn't letting players go. You can't bring in players in if you're not letting players go. So that's just the whole premise of the window. But people don't want to recognize that and understand, like, you can't have 5 center backs and sign 1 because you feel like the ones you have isn't good enough. If they're not good enough, you got to let them go.
Yeah.
You have to let them go because it's all about room in the squad. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
when you look at it like that, even without Gravenberch, it would still be a 10 because if you take Gravenberch out, we still would have 9 midfielders. We only play with 3. So for us to have 9 and we only play with 3, it's still good. And it's not even like any dead weight in there, or probably the only dead weight, and he's not even a dead weight, would be Thiago because he's not going to be available for more than 40% of the games. So having a guy like Thiago being at the bottom of your totem pole for midfield, a saucy, man. Very saucy.
But can I say this to Zabiri? Last season, remember when Klopp came on and said how much midfielders we had? Oh, we had
about 12. We had 12.
And what happened that decimated?
No. But out of the 12, we can't shake our head at Klopp. We have to just recognize there was 12 bodies. Out of the 12 bodies, we probably had about 7. Let's be honest.
Same thing right now. We got bodies, but injuries.
No. Who's injury prone in this quote unquote 10? It's only
Bentley,
Thiago.
It's only Thiago. So even if you take Thiago, we still have 9. So just by proxy, we had 12 last season. Only 7 was good. This season we have 10. 9 is good. Still better than last season. See what I did there?
Agreed.
I get a way of looking at it, but I don't agree completely. But I get what you're saying. I appreciate
it's just a numbers thing, man. We only play with 3, man. And last season we ended up with 7 because 5 was never available. this season we're going into it with potentially 10, and only 1 out of the 10 is a bit shaky. So we still at 9. So last season was 7. This season is 9.
Who's covering Trent at right back?
Who's covering Trent at right back? Listen, man. The manager said we got 5 center backs, and one of them center backs can play right back, and we've seen him there. If you don't like Shaky Joe or Slippy Joe,
I respect Joe, bro.
You know, so it's. I think Joe can do a job over there.
But look at the thing, though. Joe's got to play center back now, though, because of certain things that are happening. Right?
I think that's where Nat Phillips. I think that's where the decision for Nat Phillips to go out on loan is going to work in Kwanzaa's favor, because even if Matip is only available for, let's say, 30% of the games, right? Konate always get a little bit of knock. I'm starting to be a little bit concerned. We'll see if he can see out the season.
You and me both.
I think Kwanzaa will see a lot of game time, and it's not like a lot to where he's game in, game out, but just a lot of, taking the pressure off the legs, coming in 70th minute if the game is done and dusted, coming in the 80th minute just to be like, yo, get some early rest. You know what I mean? So I feel like Kwanzaa is going to be that relief guy. And so is John Gomez. I think Gomez is probably going to be the one we lean on in case, Konate and Virgil ain't there. But other than that, man, I think him and Kwanzaa can do a job.
But Zubair, can I start interrupt? But look at this weekend coming at Wolves. Trent injured, Van Dijk banned, Konate injured. Where's the right back? Comes back to my point. Who's playing right back?
Do we have that guy still there?
No.
The
young white
kid? Bradley.
Bradley's
injured. Connor Bradley's injured.
Yeah,
Bradley's injured as well. So you're saying I don't know.
Who we playing right back then? Who we playing right back at Wolves?
So you're saying Bradley's down.
Yep.
You're saying Trent is down.
Connor Bradley's injured.
You're saying VVD is banned because I think I saw an extra
game.
Extra game, one game.
Everybody's like over to the right one. Joey G goes to right back. Matip
so
back.
basically, right now we're looking like what stretched thin. When I mean stretched thin, it's probably gonna be Robbo, Kwanzaa, Matip, and Gomez.
Yeah.
I just worried that we stretched thin. That's my problem. I worry.
Yeah. So but from that game, Virgil will then be back available for the next game.
Yes.
So it's only like so it's only like taking it a game at a time, because even if we start McAllister in the 6, I don't mind seeing like a Hendo back there. I wouldn't want to see it from like the start. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be testing from the start. But if we're seeing the game out, we can probably rest, Kwanzaa, something like that. But
my thing is
it's a weird one, man. Do you think we should probably just get the 6 center backs and tell a man like, yo, at some point a man is gonna go down, so don't cry being the 6th guy? Because I understood 5 why I said 5, but that's if you have 5 solid 5. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think we're okay with the 5.
It was 4 first, and then we had the injury crisis, and it moved to 5. So it's never gonna be 6. It's what, as you just said, it's a numbers game. So at some point, if one of those is shaky, as you keep saying, well, shaky man go.
But even then, if the guy is shaky, we might as well just replace him with somebody that's more robust. It's no point holding a shaky man and go, whoa, just up the number by 6. Just let the shaky man go, and that's probably the window.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it.
Shaky midfielders go.
But look what Jared said here. Jared said after the Wolves game, we got 4 games in 9 days. That's a madness. Right?
That's why he said the season starts, crap. The season starts.
But we don't have to register like the under 18s and them, man, right?
The unders, the
unders. No, we don't have to register them.
In the under 23s, I think it's under 23s. You don't register.
No, but in the Europa League is different though.
Yeah,
you have to register them.
From what I read, they had to unregister Adrian for the Europa League.
I saw that. Yes,
to register Doak.
To free up a spot,
free up a spot.
And to play right back too.
Nah, that Wolves game gonna be mad still, but I feel like if we're top heavy, we should be able to deal with them.
Yeah.
Last game, if we beat Villa, we'll win the league. With this back 4, if we beat Wolves with this back 4.
No, it's true. No, you got a point of the though. That the 2 center backs played amazing against Villa, bro. I had no faith, bro. I had no faith.
Bro, imagine if this is the game where Slippy Joe picks up a knock.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Come on.
Don't do that.
Which
Don't
is-
do that. Yeah,
No,
don't
but-
do it,
man. Don't do it, Zaveri.
Based on because he's speaking on what has happened before. So
Yeah.
we all know
Yeah.
that Joey G in the season will pick up an injury.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully
it-
not.
You know what I'm looking at, K-Mac? I see what you're doing there, K-Mac, but I'm wondering if those are like our rotating in center back crisis. Because I can see Stefan cleaning up a job back there. I wouldn't want to see him on the starting 11 at center back still, but
exactly. Yeah.
Simi,
Steph
I
there's
don't know
like
if I
putting
trust
Millie
Simi
there,
back
bro.
there either. You know, the only person I think we can rotate back there is Endo, and I think
Endo,
that's a
yeah,
little bit
that's
scary.
it.
Too
And that's
soon.
not even good.
Too soon. Nah, too soon. He's a
It's
six.
a
He gotta
madness.
learn his six spot. He's a
a
six.
madness.
He gotta learn how to
Yeah.
play as a six.
Yeah.
You can't just force him down as a centre back and say, "Well, yeah, guys, figure it out behind it." Not at the back. You could plug and play in front, but not at the back. In the back
when
five,
we're more like
you
up
put
the
your
pitch.
strongest.
When we're up the pitch, that's when he plays center back
Yes.
the best. Not when we're
Yeah.
on the back foot. Yeah, nah.
Nah.
You know what? I'm gonna retract my statement. I think we should have gotten one or replaced one of them shaky center backs because
Elton Long is Spanish tonight, yeah.
when I'm breaking it down, yeah, now we're gonna have to retreat, man. But if we get a center back in January, it's still a good season for the transfers, though.
Yeah. I would give it
Yes.
a 10. Then.
No, yes.
If we get a 10,
Yes.
but I would give it a
This
10.
is January, we get the 10.
Yeah, I would give it
I
a
can
10.
live with that. I can live with that.
We just
right
needed
now, yeah,
one
I'm
more
agree with you,
defender.
We're shaky.
One
So
more.
for your question, for me right now, it's 7.5, 8.
Wow, that's
7.5,
low.
8.
Nah, but you still need a centre back and a right.
You need a
and
centre back and
a
a
right
DM,
winger.
bro. And
Yeah,
a
but
We still don't
right
have
we
cover for Mohamed Salah directly. Unless you're telling
No,
me that Ben Doak is ready, and Ben Doak isn't ready. Let's be honest, he isn't ready.
You don't need to be ready, though. He can come on and get bit part time, man.
We only have
But you
said
want to
El-
extend Salah.
El
You want
Tucho?
to extend
That's how you
Salah's
say
career,
that,
man.
Master Crab? El Tucho?
El Tucho, yeah.
we only have
That's Lucho's older brother.
I'm Lucho's big brother, man. Diaz big brother. You know what I'm saying? My guy.
Angel, I know you're the first cousin. What you saying? We right in the window, man.
nah, the shamelessness going on right here. I just like El Tucho over there and stuff. But so this is where I'm conflicted, right? So I actually agree with what you're saying, Sabir. I really do, because at the end of the day, it's a numbers game, correct?
Mhm.
And this is where I'm conflicted, right? And this is where this might lead to a whole different conversation, but it's like, if you trust Klopp, then trust the man.
Yeah.
He chose not to bring in a center back. He chose not to bring in a right back. He chose not to bring in a backup right winger. So for everyone that's sitting there miserable and saying we need this, this, and that, your manager chose not to.
Mhm.
So just let it go. People sit here and say we need a 6. Klopp might not want a 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like, yo, I think he did well because he got a able 6 in there with Endo, and he's rotating other guys in there as well.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm conflicted in regards to now the rating the window is more of like an opinion kind of piece. And people that are gonna give low grades is just sitting there being like, well, I didn't get the player I want, but not necessarily the player that the team needs. So
yeah.
At the end of the day, I know you guys said in general, let's bring a center back, let's bring a 6. Well, we don't have room to bring all these players in. We have, like
Only
you
a
said,
6 in January for me.
it's a numbers game, right? So in order for us to bring in a center back on top of the 6, we have to let go of 1 or unregistered 1. So, but that
Maybe
doesn't
got
make
one
sense.
spot left.
One
You got
spot,
one spot
for
left, I think.
non-homegrown.
Exactly. So
Yeah, you got one spot for none. Yeah,
So-
one left.
So what, are we going to unregister Adrian from the Premier League squad and still pay him in wages? Doesn't make sense to me. That's bad business.
He's
So
good in the locker room.
Apparently so. He's a
that's,
translator for a lot of the
that's where
players.
I'm conflicted about. But I think we did very well because in the beginning of the summer, we all sat here and said we only bring in 2 players. All of us doubted the fact that we were
I
going to
said
bring
3
multiple players.
max, but that's it.
We brought in 4. Technically speaking, we rebuilt our midfield.
We did.
The average age of our midfield last year was 32 years old. Now it's 23.
Yeah, that's mad, eh? That's mad.
That's crazy.
So
That is crazy.
for all the negativity,
Thiago's
for all
still on that list.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Bentley's still there, ready to come.
So at the end of the day, I think we did a solid 8, 9, in my opinion. So that's
Sound like you can get to a 10 if we make the right signing in January. I like it still.
Yeah, of course. And I'm trying to be positive this season.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. We need more people to be positive. Man, saying it's a 2 and a 4 because their player didn't come in, and
that's where I'm conflicted, because it's like, okay, because the player that you wanted, or oh no, we should have brought in DRB. No, Klopp didn't want him. It's really that simple. And then we'll sit there and say, oh, we trust Klopp. Then trust him really. You know what I mean? That's just the way I'm thinking now. So.
My problem too is, why did we loan out Ramsey? Like, I don't get that move at all. That one has me baffled up
repetition.
I don't get. He gonna play in the Europa League, man. Like,
nah.
Okay.
I think it might be a trust thing still, you know.
Yeah, he's a kid.
You saying, Pop, looking stressed, man. You're hearing these big numbers. What you saying, 10?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, man. Not a 10. Nah, 10 is perfection. It's hard to be perfect, man. But it is what it is. It is, as you said, it's always going to be a numbers game. And when Hendo and Fab left, we actually looked like we were struggling to find proper replacements because of that. So it's a matter of how you do your business. You need to get your man in before you get a man out. And then oftentimes when you do that, a man's saying, well, no, you need to sell. So I'm not buying at the price that you want me to buy at. So it's a very difficult thing to do, where you negotiate behind the scenes, where you're saying, well, I got a man going out and a man coming in at almost the same time. Mm-hmm. So I get my money that I want and I get the spending money I want. So nobody's robbing me either side. And that's, I think, really the difficulty, because right now, if we say, all right, we got 5 center backs with Kwanzaa as a youngster, which is sort of like a plug and play, not really ready. And you're saying, well, all right, if I could get Matic to go wherever and get a sturdy 25-year-old who's ready to go, bang, bang, then you do it. But if you can't, because Gvardiol obviously was the one out there that was the big catch. Everybody wanted that guy. Yeah, he was a Liverpool fan, blah, blah, blah. But that's 100 million. So if we get Gvardiol, does that then mean that we can't buy anybody else? We now left in a situation where we buy one player and don't make the other signings. So yeah, we get Gvardiol. Sweet. Now we got the centre back we wanted. Do we get the boss, Amack, and Gravenberch as well then? And ultimately, we know that we don't have endless money to spend. And if you spend 100 million on one man, then again is one end. Well, how much more you got left?
But we were willing to spend 115 on Caicedo. And we still have
the 50. No, but that's after we got the 50 million back from Fab and Hendo. We were short. So that was a desperation move, because we were in a desperate spot. And that's where you don't want to be. You don't ever want to be in a situation where you're showing your hands. If you're playing poker, no one wants to. You don't want to show your hands before the bet goes through. So we ended up in a situation that we didn't want to be in. But BJ Angel makes a good point, and ultimately that's what the argument comes down to. Who did you want and who did we get? And if you didn't want what we got, then is a problem. And the other thing is, you got a number of younger players still that fit the rest. So when you call 10, 3 or 4 of them are under 23s. And the question then is, are you happy with our under 23s? Do you think the likes of Basetic, Curtis, and Harvey are ready? Bendo ready? Connor Bradley ready? Ramsey ready? Kelleher ready? So if you don't think that they're ready, you're now saying Kwanzaa ready. You're saying, well, let me get DRB, let me get Caicedo, let me get Sa as a keeper. So you're now playing FIFA or whatever game, Football Manager or whatever, and picking up, I mean, that's really ways, right? Let me be honest. I mean, I don't watch football like I used to because I don't have the time. So I don't watch every single league and I don't know everybody is playing. So I don't pretend that, yeah, I know this guy or that guy. So when we buy a man, when I see the shirt, I say, yeah, good. Welcome to the club. Let me see what he can do.
All right, cool, man. Cool,
so
man.
For me, as you said, the numbers games worked out. I would have loved to sign Caicedo. No, honestly, I was loved to get him. As bad as he's been for the first 2 games at Chelsea, he is a boss.
Yeah,
and if we had him,
he could have played right back as well because he's very comfortable there.
Yes, multiple things. We have him, McAllister, and the boss. Just them 3. I put in my head on the block that we would win the Premiership. Hey. Just them 3. Seriously, that's how good I think he is. That's how good I think he is. And our front 5 to me is unparalleled. There's no other team in the Premiership that gives us what we have in our front 5. And again, it's all no injuries and numbers, right? It's all injuries and numbers. So from the front to the middle, you're looking good. Now at the back, you're saying to yourself, all right, we got memories of when everybody went down at the back. So we carry in a history of, oh my God, everybody went down and that can happen again, and Joey G and Matip, and that's really what our problem is, you know. We have this injury thing that's in our minds. We're not seeing these guys week in, week out, and we don't know what they're doing. So at the end of the day, we got hope is Klopp and the physical team. So Beijing Angels group know the numbers, and we just play it right. Sub Kanate in and out when he's supposed to be in and out, so we don't keep having this little hamstring niggle or whatever. Joey G in and out, in and out. Matip plays good from cold, so you can put Matip on the bench for a month and say, yeah, you ready to go again? Stick him in. Now, if we can do that and keep Mr. Van Dijk away from the referees, we got the right balance that we need at the back. I think we got a good middle. The 6 isn't what we had in Fab. And again, we're looking across the street and saying, but Man City got Rodri. So if we don't have a Rodri, we can't win. Not necessarily. Ideally, yes, you have the Rodri match, ideally. But ideally, yes, but you don't. So do we have, and I'll use the phrase that I gave you the other day, Barnes. Sir Bob Paisley said, you only need one man to play the piano and 10 men to carry it. Do we have the 10 men that can carry the piano and one piano player? Maybe. I'm a lot more optimistic, but quietly so. Just quietly. I don't need to keep a lot of noise and jump up and down. You see me do this all the time. We see.
Keeping on.
And insane that pops, boy.
I see my money football.
Yeah, big up to you, man. Still, I'm gonna let you, man, go. Hey, 12 man, I see you jumping in.
Big up,
Bless up, Zubiri, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Zubiri, bro, big up.
Big up, man. Big up.
Is that my guy Laszlo hiding?
Hey, man, how we doing?
Hey, Brian? Yeah.
Brian,
All right. Is Zuby gone? Is he?
He just jumped off, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man. Yeah, I've never gotten a chance to speak to Zuby, and I just wanted to say hello.
You should have jumped in, bro. Just butt in with your words,
You should have jumped in, man.
Yeah, no, just no, and hello to everyone. I don't want, like, it'll take me 3 minutes to say hello to everybody, just in case. But I think, like, that's what we call a narrative arc. Zuby came in, he was like, I'm going to go hard on this. It's a 10 out of 10, and anyone who says it's not a 10 out of 10 needs to shut the hell up. And all these, we needed a centre back people, and shut the hell up. And by the end, he was like, no, this is a 9 out of 10, and we needed a centre back. And he got there all on his own. That was brilliant. Like. You know what I mean? That was absolutely brilliant. So it's like, it's fine to be, you know, that way about it. Yeah, we can look at it that way. I'm not going to do, like, it's not a 10, of course. So we got any manager, you say to him, could you do with one more player? They'll always go, yeah, I could do with one more. I will always take one more. You know, it's like, oh, I could. It's always there. I think it's really weird. I've been saying it is really weird, because Melissa Reddy said it at the start, and I know, like I said, people dissing journalists or whatever, but when the Bellingham thing didn't go through, she came out and said, Liverpool think that they can get 3 midfielders and a centre half for that money. That's what they're planning to do. And the whole way through the summer, it looked like that's what was happening. They were getting 3 midfielders. Bellingham was gone, and we added it up. We did it the other day. Like, the 4 guys came in for 150 million. Jude would have been about 130. So it looked like that was always the plan. So I think it is just strange and weird that we didn't get a centre half. I don't know why that didn't happen when it was obvious, kind of on everyone's lips at the start. And now we're talking about last night. There's a domino effect now and 2 things Pop said that were spot on. It's plug and play. We don't have that plug and play new defender to come in that you just know. And the other thing about Matip being just, he can play or he can be on the bench for 3 weeks, and he's absolutely fine to come in cold. That's something that is a little bit overlooked. He doesn't need that. So I think it is a little bit weird. I just think it's strange. I just don't know what you guys think. Like, why there was a lot of talk at the start of the summer about we wanted Van de Ven. There was all the paper talk, the usual stuff, and there was always a defender thrown in there. But then at some point, about a month and a half ago, it just stopped. Like there wasn't. You look up Liverpool transfer centre defender and see how old the last story was. I'd say it's probably going to be about a month ago. And this is a team that generates random transfer stories every day of the week, non-stop. And it was just like someone said to everybody in the press, don't even bother because we're not buying. And as I said last night, if Joey G stays fit, and another Zubi knows he's on friendly territory here because he's throwing that Slippy Joe stuff around. If he was on End's channel, he would have been, yeah, I'm just saying, he knows. None of this Slippy Joe stuff. None of this Slippy Joe stuff. That's slander. You know that's slander. You know that's slander. And you came into friendly territory knowing you'd be all right and just throw a few in there and the lads would be all right. That's cool. No. Don't worry. I might keep those receipts. Man. But yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, that's.
I will say though that I don't know if you guys have heard though. We apparently are looking at the Bayern Leverkusen center back. Apparently, that's like someone that we're very interested in. I don't know if
begin with H.
Horatio is his name.
Horatio.
Edmund Tap.
Oh, TS.
Taposa. Yeah,
that's the one.
The other.
He's going to cost quite a bit of money. I know that, but that's someone that apparently is the current. You said that's the only center back. Brian, you're spot on. That's the only center back that's really just emerged as a name lately that I've actually heard in the rumor mill. But that's a rumor, obviously. I'm not saying that's a definite. And plus, he resigned, so who knows if that actually goes down. But I don't know. I'm still trying to do a little bit of research on the player because I don't know too much about. I don't watch the Bundesliga. That is what it is, but I don't know if anyone had a reading on if he's actually a decent player or. I mean, obviously,
doesn't hurt to buy a few Alonso players. Doesn't hurt to buy a few Xabi Alonso players before he eventually comes into here.
True.
There you go. That's one way to look at it. That's a great
spirit. That's the spirit. but for me, man, that Bellingham thing, honestly, it might be a blessing in disguise, man. Because look what happened. We got Mac, we got the boss, Sabazanite, and we got Gravenberch.
Yeah, we got quantity and four solid additions because I think Gravenberch is going to do very well.
And they're all technical players, very good technical players, and that's what we wanted. That's what we're trying for, right? We wanted technical players in our midfield.
Yeah.
Now we got
Bells is killing it in La Liga too, so he's worked.
He is.
Yeah, it's worked out in his favor, which is good. Good for him.
So big up to him.
Good for him.
Yeah, man.
We got a fellow Bajan that's calling in from Regina. Football life, huh? Big up to you, bro.
Big up to you, buddy. Shall I say good morning?
It is true. It would be morning for you.
Oh yeah, it's morning for me. Probably it's afternoon for you. Evening for everyone else, probably around the world.
Yeah.
From sunny Regina.
Awesome. You guys getting good weather over there?
Yeah, today it's about 20. That's really hot for us. Usually get minus 30, minus 40 in the winter.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got different winter, man. I can't deal with that.
What's up?
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, no, it's really cold here, but what warms me up, like watching Liverpool games, watching some of the Liverpool fans stream channels like yours. So big up to you and big up to everybody on this channel. See, I want to say this. I'm not a football expert, but I played a little professional football when I was a teenager. So I had the chance or the opportunity, I would say, to train with big lads and play some serious professional football. And from what I've learned is a lot of times your players, they may have good days, bad days. A really good example that we see now is Gomez, right?
Yeah.
Back in 18-19, he was phenomenal. He was the center back. And even in the 1920, he was a little bit as well till he got injured. Yeah. I think he got injured in 1920. And since then, yeah, when you get a really bad injury, man, it can. It's not just like your leg or your back or your shoulder get injured. It's also your mentality can get injured, right? So you may lose some self confidence, and you be aware and cautious, especially for defenders. You be scared. Oh, if I get in there, if I rush it, I may get injured again. So that's a lot of times like what happened in the mind of a player to get injured again. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna just sit back.
Yeah.
So that's one. The second thing, I love Klopp, man. He's not a god. He can make mistakes just like everybody, but I love his mentality, and I love that he always tries to change. He's actually better than Guardiola in one thing. Maybe a lot of people didn't notice it. Guardiola is scared of changing tactics. It takes a long time for him to change anything. It took him 6 seasons till he came up with this inverted back. If you watch Man City's games, whenever he changed tactics or certain players, oof, they flop. Klopp is not. Klopp is not scared of changing tactics, and he's experimenting a lot of things and experimenting a lot of players. What I see now, what he's experimenting is he's trying to have his midfield not be in a V shape. So having a six, a traditional classic six, your midfield will look like almost like a V. It's either going to be like a wider one or a little bit narrower V. What he's trying to do is push the six up a little bit ahead. So it's almost like a line. He's basically widening up the V shape. And then drifting the three players up left if the ball is on the left side, down right with the downside when the ball is on the right side. So with this tactics, he see that it's working. And that's why he's not looking for a traditional six. Because another thing is, as a manager, we can talk how can I say? We can judge him as much as we want. We don't know what's happening in the backseat, right? He's wanting this player and that player, and he can't get them. Either the player doesn't want to come to him, want to go to another club, or the other club is asking ridiculous amount of money. So we can't judge 100%. Why he's not getting this? Why he didn't get that player? Well, maybe they tried, and we don't know. So we're judging on unknowns. I'm not defending Klopp. I'm not defending FSG or any of that. But as I say, as a fan sitting on the sidelines, I can judge what I see, but I always have to say, well, you know what? We don't know what happens in the backseat, right? So him not getting a traditional six, I don't see that a big flaw. He's changing his tactics. He's almost having his midfield. He's trying to do it as almost like a line, not a flat line, but the person in the player in the middle is just dropping a little bit back. If you notice as well, Gomez have been going up ahead to intercept balls or getting involved more in duels. So he's closing that gap between the defenders, the center backs, and six. So he's changing some of his tactics. And I think he pivoted probably, maybe, is he's not getting his favorite traditional six. And then he said, okay, well, you know what? If I can't get a strong traditional six, let's change a little bit in the tactics. Get a different player that I can get. Do the possible. Be realistic. So that's how I see, that's how I kind of interpret the transfer market for Liverpool and what we did. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, 6 by committee, right? As Pop said in the chat, it's 6 by committee. You move as a team, as a unit. And I feel that's what exactly is going to happen. I agree.
Oh, well, Endo was a traditional six.
Yeah, he is. But
he's just up there in age.
Committee. Yeah, exactly. He's the one that will run around cover ground.
Yeah.
Big up Glasgow Reds. 12th man.
John.
I was gonna say to his point.
Football Life, thanks a lot, man.
I was gonna say to his point though, why Football Life said some great points, and why is everyone so stuck on the fact of we need a outright 6 to play the same amount of minutes as Fabinho played for us, and just utilize the fact that we have so many different options now that we can utilize, whether it means playing 3/8 or or just going with utilizing the 6 that knows the role, that knows how to play the role, obviously has experience and everything else, doesn't have nearly the mileage that Fabinho had on his legs. And you can utilize players in different capacities. And especially since we play, I think some people need to watch Dutch football a little bit more, in the sense of we play a total football concept when it comes to this system. I mean, I understand Klopp is German, so we don't necessarily think of just the heavy metal approach to this game, but Pep has influence on our system as well, with the whole total football concept, and that is having players that can play in multiple positions. Why we saw Matip at the right back position in that game recently, and having Trent in that more central, if not a center back, if not slash holding position, and it ended up being brilliant, because now all of a sudden we don't have that gap, we don't have that vulnerable spot that people can just pinpoint and try to attack. It's really smart. And I mean, like, for all the people out there, despite I know I will defend Klopp, so therefore all those people that like pick on him for his tactics and everything else, I mean, let's get real. It's been a pretty brilliant move to do this adaptation or change to the system to correct a possible vulnerability, and that's as simple as that.
Yeah, facts. Spot on.
I know when he said it, he was in Klopp out 12 man, I was laughing. I know when he said that. How he loved Klopp. I see 12 man laughing. That's exactly how he feels, man.
So, in saying that, and great comment, Mr.
Big
John.
up, John.
I know you were a big Klopp out. Have you changed your mind in any slightest?
Well, that's hard. I didn't catch it, man.
You. I know you're a big component of having Klopp gone, with seeing how he's changed his tactics, and makes him.
Klopp out?
You were Klopp out, not true?
I was never been Klopp. I've never been Klopp out. Never
You sure?
been Klopp out.
You sure?
100% never Klopp out. I do not want your Klopp out.
Find the clips, boys. Find the clips.
Okay.
That's what Red say. Fake news.
FSG out for sure.
Oh, yeah. FSG out all day long.
Okay.
Okay.
All day long is questionable, is it, or definitely no?
What's that?
Klopp out is questionable or definitely no?
No, 100% no.
Okay, so you were always Klopp in.
Always clapping. No one's ever heard me say clap out. Nobody.
Okay.
No,
I just asked.
I will attest to that. I'll back that up. I will definitely attest to that. He's FSG.
Perfect.
No.
I stand corrected then, John. Apologies.
Big up, Brand. See, I'll start each man stick together. No, but I just want to touch on the refereeing decision. Well, not the refereeing decision. The decision to suspend Virgil for an extra game and give him a $100,000 fine. Right. To me, that doesn't sit right with me, because it's not consistent anymore.
That's what we've been saying, bro. That's what we've been saying.
If we look at, I don't know if he's mentioned it, but if you look at the incident involving Andy Robertson in the linesman, now the linesman says, I tried to pull my arm away from Rabbo. Now, if you pull your arm away, like this. You don't pull your arm away going by like this. He went like that. That is a deliberate elbow to the throat. That could have caused serious harm. So the linesman gets away with it, but a player gets $100,000. I think that's probably one of the biggest fines, probably the biggest fine I've ever seen in my life.
That's pretty big, all right.
And he gets an extra bond, but your linesman gets away scot-free, and he's still still refereeing games today. Well, how does that make sense? Where's the standards in this league? We have the best league.
Underpaid refs, brother. Underpaid refs.
And okay, they're underpaid, yes, but not just underpaid. They're the shittest referees in the world.
Facts.
Shittest referees in the world. Honestly, I've never seen worse referees ever.
Yeah.
Again, on the VAR stuff, I brought VAR. I've always said this about VAR. VAR will not work in this league ever, for as long as it's their pals managing VAR. We've seen it a couple of weeks ago. It came out. I can't remember who the VAR referee was at the time, but he came out and said, "I didn't send Michael Alver to the screen because I was trying to protect my friend." They're protecting each other. They're not there to protect their friends. They're there to make the correct decisions. That is why VAR was brought in. So for as long as they manage VAR, it will never work. They need to bring an independent company or an independent board.
Should be two separate
to manage VAR.
But do you guys like the fact that they're recording what they're saying now in the VR room?
Yeah, it's accountability.
Yeah,
it is.
Keeps it transparent. I don't know. I got a general comments on referees in the Premier League. Few referees, actually retired ones, they made a lot of them start coming out and saying that they were intimidated by some of the coaches back in the 90s and beginning of 2000s. One example was Ferguson. Like not necessarily that they were, the refs, they were fans of Man United, but they were intimidated by Ferguson. And that actually may have influenced their decisions a lot of times. So
we're talking, I respect that point of view, but we're talking about grown-ass men. We're not talking about kids here. It's a grown-ass fucking man. Man, nobody should intimidate you because you know for a fact they cannot put hands on you. The second they put hands on you, it's assault. So why are they getting intimidated? Why?
Sir Alex has a bully.
It's a psychological thing.
It's psychological. It is. Sir Alex.
You can say psychological all you want. They're grown-ass men. Grow a set of fucking balls and do your job properly.
These coaches have influence. These coaches have influence. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry, but John, you know what it was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
As soon as Alex Ferguson did a press conference or a post-game thing, he'd mention a little thing. He wouldn't even have to do anything explicitly. He'd just throw a little comment in there about the referee, or maybe even the referee for the upcoming game, going, "Oh well, he had a bad game there against Chelsea. I hope he doesn't give them a penalty again this week." This kind of thing. And the next week, the national spotlight. It's all about putting like those guys' names out there in the press.
It's the bully pulpit. It's the bully pulpit.
Putting that pressure, putting that seed of doubt in people's minds should not affect a referee's decisions. It should not affect a referee's game.
But what I'm saying is, it probably will if your family is getting abused on Twitter.
Yeah.
And now they have more
family abuse
platform.
on Twitter should never. I don't agree with family abuse on Twitter. That should never happen. That is
That's where we are these days.
The 90s,
They
they
didn't
didn't
have
have
the kind of referee.
They didn't have these
You
kind
put
of.
the referee or his family on Twitter. That is scumbag behavior.
But John, you remember, and sorry to override anything, but you remember the guy, I think it was not Anders Linders or something like that, the guy that had to retire from football because he was getting death threats because Jose Mourinho suggested that he cheated in a Champions League semi-final, quarterfinals, and he got so much flack, and he was getting death threats because we all know Chelsea fans. And he gave up refereeing and went to live in like northern Norway just to get away from it. I may have been embellished out a little bit, but that's what happened.
That is scumbag behavior for me.
It's an extreme example, but that's one sentence from Mourinho in a press conference implying that this guy had actually maybe taken a few quid on the side, and the guys, I mean, his family are getting death threats. So these guys have to be, the modern world we live in, the media spotlight, it's tough, man. It's tough.
I do get you're saying. You make a good few valid points there, like so. But in terms of referees themselves, just referees in general. Now we hear players coming out and doing interviews after games. We hear a manager has come out and doing an interview after the game to explain their actions, explain the manager's decisions and everything else, substitutions. Why are we not interviewing a referee after a game to explain his decisions? We never hear from the referee.
That's
the referee should be put in front of the camera to explain his decisions and explain if there was a controversial decision and he gets it wrong. Explain why he got it wrong, why he misjudged it. Maybe Lane, if a referee came out and explained his decisions, maybe Lane will understand slightly more. Perhaps won't agree with it, but we understand and respect him a lot more for doing so.
Well, it doesn't happen in any league, bud. So I don't think they're going to start it in football. They don't interview the referees in any league, NBA, NHL after a game.
You don't. If you start interviewing referees and stuff, it's going to make. If you think that referees like your Taylors and all them think of themselves as bigger than the game in essence, that's going to make you feel even more so bigger than the game. If you're doing press conferences and stuff like that at the end of the game, and that's
so
just
not press conferences. Come out and do like Jurgen Klopp does a post match interview, not like press conference. But come out after a game and do a post match interview to explain to the broadcast reporter. Well, what do you think of this decision? Did you still stand by your decision, or are you changing the name?
It's hard though. It'd be difficult. John, it'd be difficult though. I mean, some of us can hardly remember what we did, 15, 30 minutes ago, much less, all the things that a referee has to like analyze and process. It'd be very difficult for you to say, okay, give me the reason why you made that call, and to have to like think back to, in your mind past all the other stuff that went on during the game to be able to get accurate.
Whilst that referee is standing there doing the interview, have a screen. If you believe there's been a controversial decision, play that clip on the screen and ask referees to explain why.
Wow! If you want riots at the stadium, go right ahead.
That would never happen.
John,
an excuse for a referee not doing the interview is because most of us can't remember what we did 30 minutes ago, but we expect a manager and a player to remember what they did. And
their decisions didn't affect the outcome of the game. So you've got potentially somebody, say Kelly Kate from the BBC, shoving a microphone in front of a ref's face saying, "Why did you make that decision?" Which, by the way, Twitter thinks is wrong. I mean, it falls between the cracks. Plus, they'd want 10 grand a week extra for doing media duties. So I understand why refs don't want microphones shoved in their face, because you said earlier on, you may not agree with the decision, but now we know it. I guarantee you, man, that it won't go down like that. It will get extra worse. It'll be extra worse when the ref comes out and says, I did it because of this.
But just
and people still don't agree with it.
Back for a referee if he came out and explained his decisions and how he got to that decision. I would have a lot more for that.
But okay, maybe like in the way that they're doing it now, where it's like a week later you've got this show or something. But I don't want a ref with a microphone shoved in his face 3 minutes after the game is over saying, "Why did you make this controversial decision?"
No.
Give it 5 days.
Yeah. Well, see, I'll say this. I play like scrimmage football once a week with my friends, and one of us will be repping. For a regular scrimmage game, most of us is like over 35 and whatnot, right? And no matter who is the ref that night, everybody will pick on them. Sure. Being a referee is
it's not easy.
You become an easy target. It's a lonely life, man. And if you choose that for your career, it's a lonely life. I'm not cutting them a slack, but it's really tough, Mm-hmm. That's one. Second thing, like, I don't know, man. If we clone, what's that Italian referee name? Collina?
Yeah. Collina.
Yeah, like if we have 10 of, like, if we clone 10 of them or 15, Sure, we might have a better league, right? But not everybody is a Kalina. Now, there's so many ways to kind of look at it. EPL is one of the slowest leagues to change and think out of the box. Like other leagues, what they've been doing is they've been bringing referees from other countries, from outside of the country. So influences by coaches is out the door. Being, a secret fan of a club is out the door. But you got to pay them. You got to pay them really good, and they're going to cost you because they got to live in a different country and whatnot, and they're going to need to be compensated. So it doesn't come cheap. That's one. The VAR system, I want to say this on a positive side is, well, the VAR have actually, enhanced the game a little bit better. Do you remember the life before VAR? Probably not. It would be tough to remember it.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. It's just like COVID, Like it sounds like COVID happened like 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So a lot of us will struggle to remember soccer or football before VAR. Now we have VAR and now we're picking on it. Yeah, there's a lot of freaking bad decisions. One of the worst referees for me in EPL is that freaking Australian guy that refed our game against Newcastle. He's Australian, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He's the worst. And I think he's the worst because I think he just doesn't know football.
Anthony Taylor's the worst. Anthony Taylor's the worst.
And Anthony Taylor, too. And Anthony Taylor. I agree with you.
So I have two suggestions. And these are two suggestions, just thinking outside the box. But the suggestions I would have is one, first off, I would want to see possibly a, like in NBA, how they have, like, you can challenge a call, or NFL, you can challenge a call, or something along those lines. If the coach wants to, he has one challenge, or something like that to a call, and only to certain types of calls, obviously, as in it's something that he just simply wants the referee to go take a closer look at the foul, And I understand that it affects the time and everything. I understand that concept, but still all the same. I mean, just because it ends up adding an extra minute or two, considering all those considered. I mean, I think we can get through it.
That's actually a show. You're changing football way too much. That's changing.
They're not going to allow that, though.
Well, I sound like saying why, because you're saying now that you're going to actually have, rather than have Klopp go off in front of the fourth official, who sometimes it's a question mark as to what the fourth official even does. But for him to go off, get all irate in front of the fourth official to get a yellow card, considering that he doesn't do anything anyway. He can't, if he's sitting there and he's yelling at the fourth official and he's getting cards or he's.
I like that though. That's the passion in the game. I like that.
Yeah. I'm saying if you're going to get that, then at least allow for yourself to supplement that by saying, look, now you don't have to yell and scream and berate the fourth official. You can just say, hey, I don't agree with that call. Please go and tell the referee to take a closer look at it. Simply as that. It's not.
12 man commercially, right, is not going to work. And that's really, let's be honest, as much as we love the sport is not really a big time business. And you got 2 hours basically to run a match.
Yeah, right? Yeah, sure.
45 minutes, you got a 10-minute intermission, whatever you want to call it, halftime, whatever, little chit chat, and now you already have this added time where as soon as the ball goes off, now we're adding back on minutes onto game. So you're going to probably get an additional 4 or 5 minutes in the first half, or maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the second half with injuries and substitutions. If you add that challenge thing where each one has a challenge or whatever, you're going to add a couple. Now, a couple minutes may not seem a lot to us, but from a commercial standpoint, you're saying, well, look, you're supposed to run from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, from 12:30 to 2:30, whatever your time slot is. That's it.
Yeah.
There'll be points in times that we might lose matches then, because the game will just get cut off because we have to go to the next thing on the time slot.
The simple solution would be then the penalty for getting so you lose like a timeout in NFL or NBA. So therefore, that's minutes or whatever that you're adding on and everything else, yada yada. Well, then in football, then say, all right, if you're wrong with the call, we're gonna penalize, your team 2 minutes or something from the clock. Two minutes less or minutes less. Do something. Figure out. So there could be something. There could be something. There could be something. I get that's mind blowing. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, I get that that's mind blowing, but I mean, like my second point is this. I also think that you should see referees that aren't from possibly England, because often you see the majority of referees actually are from Manchester, first off, in the English Premier League. But second, you're going to have biases that are associated with where these players are, where they grow up, period. Is a very, very there's a huge amount of tribalism, territorial tribalism in England when it comes to, representing the club that you grew up with and everything else, to think that referees can go to this and say, I'm a professional. I'm going to block out the fact that, like, I grew up, being a Manchester United fan or being an Arsenal fan or whatever it was that you were, okay, as a youth. And now all of a sudden, now that you're refereeing, you're going to go against that rivalry game and you're going to be a part of it, In America, at least, or in a lot of our games here in the States here, they'll take an extra effort to have a referee that isn't connected to whatever country. For instance, if we're playing international, that referee won't be from America, or he won't be from Honduras or Guatemala or whoever we're playing at the time. It'll be another country that he comes from. I think that's important to try to infiltrate. I understand the whole concept of England wanting English players and English referees. However, I think that would possibly at least lighten the load.
Maybe we should switch countries, like put Italian referees in England and put English referees.
That's it.
Do the
Foreign
Italian
referees
league.
would help.
Yeah, bring in foreign referees
would help, I think.
Do English games, and
Yeah.
send the English referees out to do the
And
games in Europe.
you want to fix the VAR problem? Rashdi said it perfectly here. Have an independent group of officials for VAR, not the ones that actually ref on the game on the pitch. Simple. And you just
because you just move the useless off the field to in the room. So you're punishing a man by taking him off the pitch and to put him into the VAR where he still has a significant impact on the game. Yeah.
And 12 man, to your point with that challenging thing, right? You could get a yellow card now for taking too long with a throw in. So imagine now they're trying to shorten the game even more. You understand? If you take more than 10 seconds, you get a yellow card if you hold the ball that long by throw in, right? Isn't that the rule now?
Yeah. It is, but that's arbitrary though. It's very arbitrary.
Yeah,
because
but that's cutting up time. So
it's very arbitrary. For instance, Trent got a time wasting yellow for kicking the ball or throwing the ball back in, right? But then Gordon later on in the game went over and ended up kicking the ball away on a free kick and didn't get even a mention. So I mean, all these calls are arbitrary, when it comes to it. And
what was even worse, 12 man, was Tomiyasu's yellow card. If you looked at Tomiyasu's yellow card, right, there were 3 players that had the ball for the throwing. And I can't remember who the first one was, but the second one I think was Kai Havertz. He had it for 8 seconds point something, and Tomiyasu had it for 8 seconds point, a little bit more, and he was booked. And he basically held it for the same time as the guy before him. Well, I said, well, what's the difference? Why didn't you book the second guy then as opposed to Tomiyasu?
They got to keep it up there.
Yeah, the inconsistency is really the challenge, though, to be honest.
Mad.
People's making me wrap it up in another 2 minutes or so. So, yeah, it's great conversation. Brian, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said that was past the parcel for Tomiyasu. He just got done like that.
Yeah.
There was no reason whatsoever. He was just the one that got done for it.
He took the hit for somebody else. Yeah.
The refs started this season off so bad, man. So bad.
Jared
That Man United Wolves game was the worst refereeing I ever seen in my life.
I've seen some really bad ones. I've seen some really bad ones.
Man. That was so bad. But yeah, the referees started bad already. Started the year bad off. 100%.
Hey, all right, John. Big up. You said I saw your thing. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Have a good one, brother.
Be positive, huh?
Hi, John.
Support the club.
Here, man.
Big up.
Good to see you.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I don't like these new changes in refereeing that they introduced this season in the EPL. they have to factor the adrenaline, man, that goes through the body of the players. You know, as I say, back again, my simple example: scrimmage, bunch of guys, freaking half of us barely running, but still, like a lot of adrenaline is pumping throughout our body, and then you may throw a fit or whatever for a few seconds and whatnot. But now with these new rules, it's like boom, yellow card, boom. You do it again, you get a red card. You're out.
The lines just kill me. The worst thing with VR is the lines, bro. I don't know what the offside rule is up to this point right now. I have no idea.
Yeah,
is it a
that
face? Is it a nose? Is it what is it? A leg? Like what is it?
Yeah. Football Life, appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah, bless up.
One more times when we
Thanks
have
for coming.
these again.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Take care, Regina.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure,
Bring all
man.
the Liverpool Reginans here.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Regina. Let me say it right.
Yes,
Regina,
credit-
not
credit
Regina.
to your friends,
Regina's
man.
Italy.
Got it, right?
Regina. Yeah.
Appreciate
Awesome.
it, man.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Okay.
All right, man. Take care.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Oh man, fellas, this was been a little bit longer than we normally do. But 12th man, I gotta do something to you though. I'm sorry. You see that comment? You see that comment with you and this referee thing, man? Look.
Peter, make me come out I rain. Peter, want come out I rain. You don't see that get bad. Peter, we have a blood clot, Peter, you nearly dead.
Well,
I know what I was trying to say with it, but that
That's
just won't
radical.
work in football.
You
man.
you was
It won't
reaching
work.
far, bro. You was
No, I'm
actually
saying
close
all I'm
to that
saying.
point.
All I'm saying is that look, I don't think that giving an opportunity to challenge calls should be something that you have the opportunity. We're now all on here arguing about calls, arguing about things that should have been taken care of on the pitch. If you have the opportunity as a coach to say, hey, I disagree with that, rather than say, oh, hey, I'm going to petition that after the game, and then they're going to do something like, you know, for the Wolves game and say, yup, you were right. Oh, cool, I was right, but I still got 0 points for it. But if I'm a coach and I'm able to say, hey, I disagree with it, and and you take a look at it and you say, you know what, you're right. Now all of a sudden, guess what? I could get a point or 3 points or whatever it is, and that's important. So I'll stand out in the rain if I have to for my Reds, but hey, that's how it is.
I feel that would revolutionize the game, but yeah, it's just
Oh man.
I understand the
Crazy.
sentiment. But the other reason why we argue a lot is we actually don't know what the rules are, you know. If you think about it,
a lot of us don't.
Crab just said he doesn't know what the offside rule is. We don't know what the handball rule is. We don't know what the yellow card rule is, if it's 10 seconds or not, because Tommy Asu wasn't 10 seconds.
I know that's
we
the
really
part
don't know
I'm
what
trying
the
to get
rules
across.
are.
Pops,
I'm not sure the players and coaches know either.
Pops, you guys can all laugh at the suggestion, but however, if Everton had the chance to say challenge the call on Rodri, guess what? We're holding up a freaking title right now.
True.
So I mean, like, I get that people aren't like, oh, hey, that might put an extra minute or two into the game, but realistically, I want the game to be officiated right. And if there's a call that I don't agree with, and I know that my coach doesn't agree with, since he's pitch side with it, guess what? I want him to have the ability to say, hey, I want to challenge that. I don't agree with it, rather than sit there and get a yellow card or get thrown out of the game because he's up there arguing for something that won't even move the needle at all. That's ludicrous. That's crazy.
Ironically, 12 man. Ironically, that decision was reviewed. Remember, so that would have been reviewed. So as much as you are asking specifically on that one, the Rodri one, handball would have been looked at already, because everything that was a handball would have been reviewed by VAR. So again, we're still ending up in a similar situation where we're saying, well, what the hell are these guys in VAR doing? Because what are they seeing?
Guess what then? Then we would have 12 out of 12 points if they'd reviewed the fact of Jackson's handball when his hand was like this outside of his body, and then they brought it in.
Yeah.
Where are we going to go with these things?
Well, you need your hands in the game.
Calls that need to be looked at.
You need your hands in the game.
Look
to
at
move.
last week, Haaland scored a hat trick, right? Haaland scored a hat trick, and even he said he was surprised that the one where I think it was Ikanji that was interfering with playing in front of the keeper. He said it was Aki. He said he was surprised that it was given because in his mind he felt it was going to be offside, and he's the player. It's his goal, but he's saying I thought it would have been offside.
But imagine if you're the coach of the opposing team, then you have the ability to say, "Hey, I want you to take a look at that." And now that we're starting to get into transcripts of what they're saying, then that's fine. Then I could take it to a next step after the game and say, "Okay, I asked you to look at it. I heard what you guys all said, and now I still don't agree with it. Now I want to take on the appeal process and find out what's going on. I know you're not going to get the points, but also I want to hold you guys accountable for being wrong. In my opinion,
what would be the penalty for
those
getting
are all parts and points?
What would be the penalty for the challenging team?
Yeah, if you lose the challenge.
That's
if you lose the
work
challenge,
out. I'm not saying I have the perfect solution for how you're going to penalize.
There's a little bit too much moving parts, though, for that to ever be implemented properly.
What, you lose a sub?
You lose a sub. That's what I would see. That you lose
Maybe
a sub.
that's a great. That's
That really could be the only thing because you don't have timeouts.
That would be crazy.
That would be
crazy. Yeah. That's different. That's different.
Yeah, that would be nuts. That would be nuts. But
Give us
before
10
we push
years
off,
off, man. We can get there, brother. Trust me.
Yeah.
Before we push off,
we're gonna
two
get there.
questions.
No doubt.
Allison got left off of the list.
Yes.
Boy, I don't even want to get into that one.
Any stream, Dave. That's a popularity contest. We already know that. That's a popularity contest. Forget it. I don't care who wins the Ballon d'Or. I'm telling you, I don't care. I haven't for years.
We all know who winning the Ballon d'Or.
Who's winning it?
Haaland.
He's a madman, bro.
Messi.
All day, every day.
What?
Messi. Messi.
No, I want to ask.
All day, every day.
Why?
What did Pop just say? What did
For 4
Pop
weeks of
just say?
football.
Messi won the World Cup.
For 4 weeks of football, he's winning. All right.
Yeah. No.
Let me
For an entire career where he was judged as not being the best because he hadn't done this thing. Now he's done the thing, so he's winning. What do you call it? A lifetime achievement award. That's it.
Let me ask you something.
His last one. It's the end of the era.
Let me spit a little bit of knowledge to you guys. Check every year the World Cup was played and the team that won, and tell me who won the Ballon d'Or of the year. No one's ever won the World Cup and won the Ballon d'Or. But now Messi won it.
That's not true. That's not true.
Was a player called Messi playing on any of those teams?
There we go.
Now we're shifting the bar though.
This is what we're saying. No, it's not shifting the bar. You see, you're overestimating.
Who?
Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or.
That was one time though.
Pardon?
How much years ago was that though?
A long time ago.
Exactly.
When Spain won.
That's around 06. That's around 2006. But you're saying that's the thing. You're thinking it's a serious competition. It isn't a serious competition. That's what Pop is saying. It's not like who's the best player. It's just like we want to give it to Messi. He's won a World Cup. That's the perfect reason to give it.
He's going to get it.
It's a popularity contest.
That's right. That is right.
There's another one too. VVD got his stolen too.
Yep. 100%.
It's not a serious award. It used to be. But it
used to be,
and the goalkeeper thing, the Levy Ashton thing. I don't know how how do you pick a list of goalkeepers?
Aaron Ramsdale.
How is he even not on the list?
Right.
I mean,
Pickford. I think Pickford's on the list too, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, don't do that.
Don't
do that, Mark.
No,
Don't do that.
Come on.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Bro, end your stream, bro.
I nearly get the reaction. I nearly get it.
Not even Martinez from Argentina, just because he win the World Cup. So then give him the Ballon d'Or then.
He's gonna win the Ballon d'Or, but yeah.
No, the Levy Ashton.
It's just garbage. I don't watch that shit no more, man. It's
It
garbage.
is a bunch of garbage. I agree.
It's like the what's it called in NFL football? What's it called? The Pro
the Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl. That's all. It's all a celebrity thing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it is.
They tinkered it though this year. The rules are different from 2021 to 2000. In 2021, the rules were different, and then they switched up the rules in 2022. Actually, they're trying to make it where it's going to be they're trying their best to do whatever they can to bring out to keep it relevant. Actually, that's what, at least, because I mean, this year or last year they had I don't even understand why, but they had it's where they had like all the I think it's 150 journalists or something around those lines. They all get the vote, and then out of those 150 journalists, they find the 3 that got the right picks on who actually won, and then those 3 get to be in a committee for the next year, and then they vote for on, because then they figure, oh well, these guys must really know what's going on. And it's weird. I mean, Drogba is involved in it somehow. Like it's a weird process, and
it's still the joke of a trophy.
Makes sense. But Alisson's the best goalie in the world, but still,
bar none.
Brazil getting knocked out early in the World Cup hurt. The fact that Liverpool didn't do well last year hurt. The fact that
doesn't matter. Look at his performances.
Year for the Prem,
performances.
All those things.
Doesn't matter. His performances. You don't have to look at the team. Look at his performances.
Yeah,
we could have been a lot worse. It would have
give it to Messi.
If it wasn't
give it to Messi now, and the Messi Ronaldo era, and let's start fresh from the next one. Because Robert Lewandowski lost the opportunity to win his when they decided to cancel it the other year as well. He was head and shoulders above everybody else, and he didn't get it. So
they should have given it to him.
Let's end it with give Messi the award. Let's end it and start fresh proper now, because there's no more aliens playing anymore. Let's be honest. I mean, the Cyborg is a special character, but everybody else is pretty much sort of even-ish. So let's go back to where you really used to be. 1 year, what did you do in the calendar year? How did Crab do? Good. How did Barnes do? Good. How did BJ Angel do? Good. How did 12 Man do? Better. All right, 12 Man is the winner. Let's go. Move on.
Yeah,
I'm always the winner.
Let's end the stream right there, then.
End the stream, Dave.
12 Man
winner. All right.
Where they can find you, bro. Tell the people.
Yeah, bless up, 12 Man.
Peace out. Peace, love.
Yeah, brother.
Where you tell them where we can find you, 12 Man?
12 Man, tell us where we tell
plug
the people
channel,
where
plug
they
your
can find
channel.
you and what you got coming up.
Oh yes, for sure. At Liverpool 12th Man is the channel that I represent. There, if I'm the voice of the believers on that channel, so therefore I appreciate it when you come with positivity. And even if you have different viewpoints or perspectives, that's all well and good and cool. Let's talk about it. Get a proper dialogue and discussion going on. I know that I've had all three of the Bejan Reds TV. I haven't had El Tucho yet on the site yet. Hey, the invitation's open. Hey, you know what it is. For if you're a Red, you can always knock on the door. We always walk on together.
All right.
So
I'm gonna be banging on your door pretty soon, brother. Don't worry.
Right, and Brian's a loyal contributor as well. So and I see some familiar names in the chat. So if you get an opportunity, please show support for all of the contributors or content creators, that present great content for our Reds, and appreciate you guys allowing me to plug my own channel on your platform. Appreciate it for sure.
Oh no, man, you're one of the brothers.
Well done,
so
you're one of us, man. Well done, brother.
Brian, what's going on, bro? Anything for you happening this week?
No. I just want to say quickly, my uncle was a professional footballer, my godfather, and my dad was also an amateur referee. So I have this little thing for referees. So I always say, just go easy on them a little bit. It's not easy going out there. It's hard, bro, to go out on a pitch with 22 players trying to trick you and all that. And I prefer going back to the older era where there was no VAR, and we just accepted the fact that refs are human and they make mistakes every now and again, and nobody won a league because of ref decisions. Never happened. So we all wanted technology. We got VAR, and basically, I think after 3-4 years, we can say it's taken away more than it's added, because people said use technology. It's not technology. It's humans looking at a television screen. So, yeah, I just think it's still human people involved, and I think, just the VAR stuff is always going to happen. They said, the VAR will take away arguments down the pub on a Monday after the weekend. Yeah, how did that work out? We wanted it, it hasn't worked. And I just think, just give referees a break, even though most of them are. Yeah, but just a little.
End the
All right,
stream,
Brian.
Dave, with that one.
All
End
right,
the stream.
Brian.
No referees again, no breaks. No breaks.
People, that's it for us this week. Today, we
I tried.
yeah, we'll come next week. We've got preview show, watch along, match reaction show popping up here and there. You can follow us on Instagram, Beijing Reds TV, also Facebook, Beijing Reds TV, and you can catch me at Beijing Barnes on Twitter, and then Rasta Crab 246 on Twitter as well. Beijing Pops has to join the crew. I'm still trying to twist his arm to get himself on Twitter.
He's old school. He's old school, man. You don't believe it. You don't even believe in birds.
But yeah, reach out to us, DM us. But appreciate the love and support as always for the channel. Beijing Angel, our regular resident Beijing.
My cartel brethren. It's my guy. From the hills of Colombia. That's my guy.
El Tucho's got you speechless, bro.
That's my guy, bro. Beijing is my dude.
I have nothing to say. Nothing to rebuttal.
And with that, we are out.
Thanks,
Peace.
everybody. Like and subscribe.
Peace.